already there, like,
Here we go. Okay, this is the Random RP game, session 2, with Fernox, the Trav, and 0xaoc.
yay.
You
What about
guys are in a
Crow?
closet. In the closet with you are 2 brooms, 1 bar of soap, and 1 peanut on the floor in its shell. In front of you guys is a door, wooden door, with light coming in from around the edges. Fernox, your turn first.
So I kept my hyena, right?
Yes,
Or-
the hyena is in the closet with you. It has decided to take this opportunity to defecate.
Okay. I pick up the soap, as always, and open the closet door.
You see 20 stormtroopers. They all say,
Oh.
"Halt, who goes there?"
Sith Lord Fernox
Ah,
of
he's one of us.
Tatooine.
Stand down.
Yes.
Okay, the Trav, you saw Fernox pick up soap, open the door, and identify himself to the 20 stormtroopers as a Sith Lord. What do you do now?
I pick up the peanut from the floor, or the closet thingamajig. I walk out and decide to just, casually stroll along. And, I'm not worried because, well, stormtroopers can't aim.
The stormtroopers say, "He's getting away! Fire!" And all around you, making a perfect silhouette of your figure, there's lasers blasting at you. There's now a scorch mark on the wall with you in silhouette.
Like an Ali G?
Sure, let's go with that. I have no idea what that is.
That's a movie. Good movie.
Trav, are you
Okay.
doing anything else in this room?
And then I'm like, I just created a work of art. And proceed to eat
User
the
joined
peanut
your
that I
channel.
picked from the floor.
You eat the
Hello.
peanut. It is salty. Hello, we are doing a recording right now of Random RP. Zero, it is your turn.
I pick up a broom and walk outside of the closet.
You walk out of the closet. The stormtroopers all yell, "Halt, who goes there?"
Oh, just the janitor.
Roger that, he's one of us. Roger, roger. So you doing anything else in this room?
Not really. I look around for a path outside of it.
There are 3 doors. The door on your right is a stone door with a blue glowing gem in the dead center of it. The door opposite you is a plain wooden door on hinges with a handle. The door on your left is it's a stone archway that clearly leads down, and there's sparks and fire spitting out of it.
I'm going through the room with the gem.
Alrighty. You're going through the door with the gem in the middle of it.
Yep.
Fernox, you have spotted a work of modern art on the wall, and Zero going through the door with the gem in it. What do you do now?
I go through the door on the left with the stone.
The stone door with the sparks and fire shooting out of it that leads downwards.
Yes.
Okay. Zero. Wait, no, Trav.
Yep.
You see Zero heading through the door with the blue gem in it, and you see Fernox heading through the stone door with the fire.
What about the stormtroopers?
The stormtroopers, they're going to follow Fernox into the fire door because he's a Sith Lord, and they're like, he's the boss.
Excellent. I will follow Fernox into the fiery room of death.
Awesome. One of the stormtroopers hands you a spare set of stormtrooper armor and a blaster.
Yes. Okay, I proceed to put the stuff on me and load the rifle. And now I'm a stormtrooper.
Yes,
But I can aim.
indistinguishable from the others.
But I can aim, that's the difference.
If you try to aim down the scope, you see that the iron sights on the rifle are way off. And when you move the rifle around, the iron sights jiggle. So you have no idea where the bullet's going to go.
Shit.
And that's why stormtroopers can't aim.
Well, fuck.
0. You have gone through a door, and you are now in a long hallway. There is a light coming through an open door on your left at the other end of the hallway, and there are doors all along this hallway. All of them are stone with a blue gem set in the middle of them.
Yeah, that's weird. I go towards the first door on the right.
There is no handle, no way to open it. It's just a door.
I touch the gem.
You touch the gem, nothing happens.
Hmm.
The door behind you opens, and a guy with bright blonde hair and a bracelet on his left wrist, dressed in leather jacket and leather pants. He comes out, he waves to you, then he walks down towards the light.
I follow him towards the light.
He says, "Hey, my name's Ezreal, what's yours?"
You can call me Zero.
Awesome, so what do you do?
I don't know, to be honest.
One of the new guys. Don't worry, you'll figure it out soon enough. The
So-
door just in front of you and to your left opens, and a monster that's like 8 feet tall walks out. It's got 4 arms, 2 legs, and these spiky things that arc over its shoulders. Its main color scheme is red, black, and purple.
I saw a red, black, and purple monster.
It is turning and going towards the light. Ezreal elbows you and says, "That's Cho'Gath. So don't get on his bad side, okay?"
Yeah, I don't want him hitting me.
You have no idea how accurate that is. Anyways. 0, that's the end of your turn. Fernox, what's going on? You
Well,
have a stormtrooper platoon behind you. You are heading down a spiral stone staircase, and it is increasingly getting hotter.
alright. Stormtroopers, scout out the area.
Sir, they all go in front of you and they say, "Hot, hot, 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 hot," except for one. Trav, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm saying to Fernox, "Hey, my lord, I'm just gonna stay behind. Just gonna watch your back and, scout. Like from behind, and that nothing creeps up behind us, And I proceed to, turn my back to the Lord and, just look at stuff and whistle.
Okay.
User left your channel.
0. On your right, a door opens, just to your right as you pass it, and a floating fish girl pops out. And she's wielding a long spear with it's clearly a ceremonial spear, and she's wearing a crown. And she just swims alongside you in the air and says, "Hey, my name's Nami."
Oh, hello there. Are you heading towards the door with the light?
"Yeah, we're going to the Fields of Justice." Wait, you have no idea what's going to happen next, do you?
Not really.
Well, I'm the support. Ezreal here's the marksman. Cho'Gath is the mage. I'm assuming you're the jungler, because it seems to fit your kit. I think we need a top still. A door opens to your left, and a 7-foot tall reptile pops out, and he's got this gigantic blade. And he just looks at you, screams in your face, and then just runs down the path towards the light. And that would be Renekton.
Oh shit. He looks fucking scary.
He is, says Ezreal. So, you, all 5 of you, Cho'Gath, Renekton, Ezreal, Nami, and you, have arrived at the light. You are on a circular dais. You are looking out over a forested area that, well, the immediate area is, you've got a large crystal that is being supported by mages' statues. They're emanating energy, keeping the crystal floating. Beyond that, there are 3 other things that look like crystals floating. Mages are keeping them floating. Beyond that, there's a couple of large statues that are holding massive spears. Then there's a wall, and on the other side of the wall, you can see that there is a jungle out there. It's a deciduous forest.
Hmm.
You hear a voice. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Zero, do you know what's happening?
Yeah, I do. Okay. Is there a shopkeeper or something?
Yes, there is a shopkeeper.
Which items can I buy?
Well, you're a jungler. What should a jungler buy?
Okay, I buy some pots and... Anyone here playing League of Legends? Because I have no idea.
There's some new item called reindeer or something, I don't know. It gives you like lifesteal and something.
Okay, never mind. I buy a few potions and boots.
Potions and boots. Ezreal's like, are you sure you don't want a machete? Never mind, I'm not gonna tell you your business. You play your game.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I have this... Never mind, it
User
doesn't
joined your
matter.
channel.
I'll see
Alrighty.
what I can do.
So, Fernox, you start to hear stormtrooper screams from down the hall. Like, oh god, no, no! And you assume that a stormtrooper was exploded.
Well, I guess that's about it. And then I try to go back up the stairs.
You're trying to go
User
back
joined your
upstairs.
Yes.
There's a solid wall of rock behind you.
Oh,
Yes.
god damn it.
Yes.
I grab for my lightsaber, and then I remember
You
I
don't
don't have
have a
one.
User left your
lightsaber. You
channel.
lied when you said you were a Sith Lord.
I said, then I remember I'm not a Sith Lord, but then I tried to grab for it anyways.
You still have your soap?
Aw. Well, I guess I need to go downstairs then, so I go downstairs.
Alright.
User left your channel.
As you go downstairs, you find a stormtrooper who is pinned against the wall on your left by a spear that is protruding from the right side, and it's pretty clear he triggered some sort of trap and got skewered, and now he's stuck against the side of the wall. You can duck under the spear.
I tried to pull the spear out of him.
The spear comes free. However, the tip of it is buried in the guy's chest plate. He crumbles to the floor.
So, wait, am I now holding a spear?
You're holding a blunt spear, more like a quarterstaff, because the spear tip came off.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll keep that and keep on walking and see what I'll find.
Trav, you have found one of your brothers.
I'm not a stormtrooper, really.
You wear the armor, and you have a blaster. And
Fuck.
the armor, if you attempt to get it off, has become stuck.
Damn it.
Yep.
Can I take the
Bad.
helmet off?
You can take the helmet off, I suppose.
I take the helmet off. Because it's dark and bucket kinda like.
Well, as you take the helmet off, you realize that the helmet actually had some sort of infrared imaging in it that allowed you to see. It is much darker now.
Sweet.
And a blast of superheated air hits your face as you leave the helmet's air-conditioned environment.
Ow.
So yeah, it's really hot.
I think about putting the helmet back on, but it was so uncomfortable that I decided to deal with the heat. And I start
Okay.
sweating.
Are you going to be carrying the helmet under your arm, or are you just going to drop the thing?
I'm just gonna carry it with my belt. You can, because you can attach your helmet to your belt.
Oh, cool. Let's
So
roll
I'll
with
just,
that.
yeah, I can just keep going, walking, scanning the shit up.
You're
So-
going deeper into this stone staircase of death.
Awesome.
Zero. Which monster camp do you want to start?
Probably depends. Would I have backup? I want to try
Yeah,
asking for.
you're sitting on the pad with all of your other champions, and you can ask them to do stuff.
Anyone wants to help me take down the golems first?
Renekton says, "Rah!" and he just runs off into the jungle.
Yeah,
And
follow
Shogath,
Renekton.
Shogath says, I will help you, pitiful human.
Great, let's go then. Oh, by the way, do I have any abilities I can level up?
Any what?
Abilities, you know?
You have 4. Let's see. The first one is a AoE damage shield. We'll say that's your Q, and you can drop it on yourself or another teammate or a minion. The second one is a line nuke snare that does no damage. The third one is a jump and damage. You can jump to a specific target, be it friendly or enemy.
And the ultimate?
You don't know.
Ah, okay. Well, I take 1 point in my Q ability and continue following Cho'Gath.
Okay. Because you are... Oh dear. A bullet flies out of the bush near the golem, and it hits Cho'Gath on the shoulder before bouncing to you and smacking you in the face.
Can I activate my Q ability to deflect it?
You've already gotten hit. You can
Oh,
drop
shit.
it on you, yourself, or on Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is running into the bush, and with his shared vision, you see there's misfortune in the bush, and there is Sona in the bush.
Okay, drop it on Cho'Gath.
Cho'Gath is going to walk right in and slam the ground for the eruption thing. Both of the other champions are knocked into the air. You hear from behind you and to your right, footsteps.
Hmm. Can I see anyone?
Yes, you see Jax, and he is spinning his lamppost above his head right now.
Okay, that's bad.
Running
At
directly
least
at you.
I have boots, so I should be faster than him. I tried to run away.
You are faster than him. He lets off his stun, but he doesn't... Because he was chasing you and not Cho'Gath, he fails to hit either of you. Misfortune and Sona have landed, but with Misfortune just set lights on fire, and she starts trying to pat herself out while still trying to fire at Cho'Gath. Renekton just walks into the bush and smacks Misfortune around with his blade, and Cho'Gath bites her for the first blood.
Holy.
Alright, Misfortune's down. Sona's still in the bush. Sona flashes into the golem pit and runs off to the northish. Jax, seeing that he's heavily outnumbered, pops Ghost and runs off.
Okay. I start heading towards the golems to take them out.
Renekton, he's just following Sona and spamming laugh now.
Okay.
Because he's a troll. Interior crocodile alligator. Yes. So, the golems will spawn on the next turn because we've given you enough time already. Vernox,
Okay.
you are going to continue heading down this stairway?
Yeah.
Okay. You enter a balcony area that is full of 19 stormtroopers, and it's overlooking this lake of magma. There are floating platforms on the magma where various demonic creatures are doing various horrible things to various entangled souls.
When it's my turn.
It'll be your turn after Fernox.
Well,
Yes, the stormtroopers are all looking at you and saying, please advise?
oh, I thought you said they were dead.
No, there was only one dead stormtrooper. The 19 are left.
Alright. I say. Wait, so it's magma and demons around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I say, step out of my way.
The stormtroopers are stepping out of your way, letting you get to the edge of the balcony. There's no rail. What do you do?
I say, I don't know.
Trav.
I'll wait.
Yes?
I wait for a random event, and you stand there.
You want to roll random event. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
0, that would be extremely helpful. So, Trav, the Sith Lord you've been following has gone through the crowd of stormtroopers and is now standing at the edge of the balcony with no railing. The other stormtroopers are loitering around. All of the demons don't seem to care or notice you. The souls are in horrible pain.
Okay. What were in horrible pain again?
The souls of the damned.
Can I somehow end their misery?
Not from your current position. You're more likely to become one of them than end it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I thought that by telling you guys that there's a stone door leading down spitting fire, you guys would know well enough to avoid it.
Nah. Okay, so Fernox was standing on the ledge of this pit filled with these souls, right?
Yes.
I run up to Fernox and push him off the ledge and scream, I claim the title of the Dark Lord! And laugh.
Okay. I'm assuming that Fernox is resisting?
Yes. And my stormtroopers is around me, right?
Yeah, but they can't aim worse shit.
but
They're basically useless.
Fernox, PvP rules do not favor you these days. You fly off into the abyss. And I'm assuming you're screaming, and I'll let you shoot lightning for this one moment so you can have this Emperor death moment.
Wow.
You land on one of the floating platforms where souls are being spitted and barbecued. One of the demons grabs you, and all the other demons are assisting him, and they skewer you through and place you on top of some burning coals.
Wow.
You
Wow.
are alive, fully conscious, and fully aware of how good you smell right now.
Nice.
Yeah. So, Comatalian, if you wanted to play, I could start your character on Fernox's next turn.
Oh yeah.
Trav,
That's
you're
a
a
yes.
horrible person.
I'm a mobile person.
A horrible person.
I am a horrible person, I know.
The other stormtroopers are looking at you, and they're looking at the pit, and they're looking at the newly skewered Sith Lord, and they're like, we didn't like him anyways.
And I say, you are to now serve me. Bow, or share the fate of the diseased Dark Lord. Like at this point, I assume Fernox is dead.
He's effectively dead. You don't actually die in hell. You just get tormented in his prison forever.
Yay! Sounds like my kind of place.
So yeah, you have 19 stormtroopers, and I'm assuming you're trying to take over hell now.
Yeah. Pretty much. So, I decide to start tracking down demons and bringing them under my rule. But how do I do that? I don't know.
Well, you ponder that. 0. The golems have spawned. So, Cho'Gath's rupture is off cooldown. He ruptures the golems and they start chasing him. You have a couple free hits.
Yeah, I hit the largest golem a few times.
You realize that you have no ranged ability, you just punch them for damage. You're now punching a golem. Renekton is helping you by slicing up this golem with you. When the golem is pretty low on health, Renekton just runs off to the northish.
Yep.
Alright, I assume you finished the golem?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. You receive a private message from Renekton. Next time I face tank the golem for you, drop your shield on me.
Oops, I'm sorry.
So, yes. You have blue buff. There are still the 2 lizards.
Yep. I head down towards the wolves first.
Alright, you're going to leave the lizards so that the place will not reset, and you're heading towards the wolves.
Yep.
The wolves... Oh, I almost forgot. This place has the... Yeah. The wolves are playing cards around a table. It is... Go fish.
Shit, I should have finished up the golems.
You probably should have finished off the golem camp.
Yeah.
The wolves are playing Go Fish around a table. Do you know what Go Fish is?
Yeah, I know what Go Fish is. I say, would you mind if I join you guys?
They indicate to an empty chair.
I sit on the chair.
Yeah. The wolves are playing cards around a table. It is Go Fish. Zero.
Shit, I should have finished up the golems.
You probably should have finished off the golem camp.
Yeah.
The wolves are playing Go Fish around a table. Do you know what Go Fish is?
Yeah, I know what Go Fish is. I say, would you mind if I join you guys?
They indicate to an empty chair.
I sit on the chair.
Alright. They choose one of the Blue Wolf 1 to go first. Blue Wolf 1 says to the Big Wolf, "Give me your 10s." Big Wolf says, "I don't have any 10s." Wait, so go fish. Blue Wolf 1 draws a card. It's your turn, Fernox. Or to the 0.
What do I have in my hand, or does it matter?
You have 2 cards to start with. It is an ace and a 10.
I turn to the Blue Wolf 1 and say, "Give me your 10s."
He sighs and hands you one of his 10s. So, it is now Blue Wolf 2's turn. Blue Wolf 2 turns to you and says, "Give me your 10s."
Oh shit. I guess I'm gonna give him my 10s.
Alright, you give him both of your 10s. It is now Big Wolf's turn. And Big Wolf is going to look at you and say, "Give me your 1s." Aces.
Yep. The other card was an ace, right?
Yes.
I give him my ace.
You won because you have no cards left. So yeah, the wolves give you their pot, which it contains 10,000 gold. Oh shit.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
Well,
I assume you recall now.
Yep. I recall I go back to base and try to buy the most epic weapon there.
There is a Triforce. There's a Bloodthirster. So you can afford the Triforce, the Bloodthirster, the Blade of the Ruined King. Oh snap, you're overpowered.
What's the Blade of the Ruined King? Sorry.
The Blade of the Ruined King is some attack damage, a lot of attack speed, and lots of lifesteal, and it's also got a slowing point and click.
I think I'm gonna get the Triforce.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got like 7,000 gold left.
What else can I get? Can I get the Blade of the Ruined King?
Yes, you can get a Blade of the Ruined King.
Okay, so I'm gonna dual wield those. Oh, no, actually.
Well,
never
you
mind.
actually have a 6-slot inventory like a hero in League of Legends.
So I don't actually wield the
You
artifacts.
just punch stuff now, and they give you their power.
Okay. After that, I go to the middle lane to try and gank. I go through the jungle and to the one of the sides, the bushes.
Okay, you have leveled up once. You can gain the snare, the line snare. You can gain the jump on a target, or you can put another point into your shield.
Oh, by the way, who's in the middle lane right now?
Cho'Gath, and through Cho'Gath's sight, you see Mordekaiser.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is, firstly I'm gonna take my E ability.
Your E ability, that is your jumping.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
And head towards the bushes in the middle.
Alright, you are in the north or south bushes?
Yep.
Well, which one, north or south?
North. Yeah, north.
You get to the north bushes. Cho'Gath sees you coming and lets the lane get pushed towards his tower. Mordekaiser is now attempting to land some skill shots on Cho'Gath at the tower.
Okay. Can I ping maybe the map to signal him to stun?
He's aware that okay, you ping. Cho'Gath launches Rupture. Mordekaiser attempts to dodge. He does dodge.
Oh shit.
It's okay.
I jump in front of Mordekaiser.
You're gonna jump on top of Mordekaiser.
Yep.
You jump on his face and smack him across the face with your fist, stunning him for a second.
Yeah, but I should also slow him down.
It's just a half-second stun.
Okay.
You do have a Q ability.
I put it on myself and just continue hitting him?
Because of the speed boost from both your boots and the Triforce, because you're punching him as you go,
Yep.
he's just running right now. He's dropped a shield on himself and it's cutting you up a little. And you totally obliterate him before he gets back to lane. Jogath whines that he didn't get an assist off of it.
Well, sorry mate, you're gonna have to be a bit more precise next time.
Jogath is just gonna start farming again.
Okay, so I head towards the red buff.
You're heading for red buff. You will be there next turn.
Yep.
Cometalian, you are in a closet. There is one broom and a door in front of you with light coming around the edges.
Alright. And you ask me what to do?
Mhm.
Well, I stay in the closet, as I am currently in. And, well, I feel around what is inside there.
I just told you there was a broom.
Oh. Well, I come out of the closet.
Okay, he's out of the closet. You see in this room there are 3 doors. The door on your left is a stone archway that's spitting fire. The door on your right is a stone door with a blue gem set in the middle of it. And the door opposite... Actually, I forgot what I rolled for that. Anyone else remember?
Okay, one was a stone door, one was a wooden door.
Oh yeah, so
On
it's just
hinges.
a plain wooden door on hinges with a handle in the middle. Or not the middle, the side. Standard handle positioning.
I'll go through the wooden door.
Through the wooden door, you... everything's burning.
Oh.
It looks like there was some sort of bombing run. You are in Tokyo, 1944. The Americans are bombing the crap out of the city.
Well, this is nice.
What ethnicity are you, by the way?
Sorry?
What's your ethnicity?
Ethnicity?
Yes, are you European or African or...
Oh yes, I'm a European. Sorry, I was not familiar with the term.
So, the police are going to come up to you, and they're going to scream something in your face, and all you can make out is American.
Oh. Yeah, I should have chosen Asian.
Probably.
I tried to squint my eyes.
He punches you across the face and cuffs your hands behind your back.
How rude.
He's just leading you off into the burning city.
That's not a very smart idea.
Well, apparently there's somewhere they take Americans that they find in the burning wreckage.
Is it bomb-proof?
Maybe.
I hope so.
So, Vernox is dead. Trav, what do you know about... What do you think you're gonna do now?
Me?
Trav,
Oh my, what?
yes. You're going to take over Hell, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have a plan?
Yes, sort of. In a corner, near a ancient dead demon, I see a huge ass sword, which is not heavy enough for me to deny lifting it, so I can lift it. As I touch it, the blade
No.
itself. What? No.
This isn't happening.
Fuck. Why no swords? I love flaming swords. They're fucking
You guys
awesome.
have a blaster.
No, blasters. I can't aim.
Exactly!
I mean, I can aim, but it's the fucking blaster. It doesn't work.
So let me tell you something about this universe. I rolled Hell, Serious, Insta-Death, and Will-Based. These are the properties of the universe.
So. Sort of puzzled now.
Serious means I'm not going to allow just random crazy things to happen in this universe. Insta-death means it's really, really easy to get your character killed, as you have discovered.
Yeah?
Asshole.
Will-based means that your character's willpower is the main method of getting things done. Having a strong will allows you to force yourself upon the world.
Sweet.
I'm telling you this because you are going to get yourself and all your stormtroopers killed in your next turn if you didn't know.
Huh.
Well, thanks for not telling me that while he killed me.
You had valid options for getting out. The bar of soap is always magical, you know.
Okay. So, the peanut that I ate, did it do anything?
It was salty.
Okay. Considering that now I'm in hell, and it's kinda hot, and I ate a salty peanut, I'm kinda thirsty. So I asked my stormtroopers to bring me water.
They just look at you with a cocked head like, dude, it's in your utility belt.
Oh, right, that's right. Shut up, minions. And then I grabbed the bottle and started drinking it.
You are quenched.
Squinched?
Quenched.
Quenched.
Your
Yes, my
thirst
thirst
is
is
quenched.
quenched. Yes. So at the ledge, I see in the distance a sort of a mountain with fire. And I see movement. So I assume that's gotta be an important place.
I'll
So
roll with it.
I decide to roll with it and go there with my stormtroopers, and I shout to my
How
stormtroopers.
do you get there? There's a lake of magma in between you and it.
Oh yeah. Well, what I could do is take all the stormtroopers.
There are floating platforms that are moving mostly at random down there. There are some that don't have anything on them.
Okay. I decide to let one singular stormtrooper to jump on the platform and attempt to get across.
The platform's nowhere near you. He's going to refuse your order.
You dare to refuse my order?
The stormtroopers are all pointing their rifles at you and saying, "We do have a right to mutiny, you know."
No, you don't.
They cock their rifles and say, "Uh-huh, we do."
See if you can hit me, bitches. And I start running.
Remember the properties of this universe?
They couldn't hit me before.
Instead F.
But they
You're not
can't hit me.
insta-dead, but they're like, we're following you because we don't have any better ideas right now, but if you try to get us killed, we're gonna kill you first.
Anyone got any ideas, stormtroopers?
They just said they don't have any clue what to do.
Fuck. Nah, this is hard. Okay. Shit. Serious is bad. But,
Well, we can't all be snorting giraffe acid.
Okay. Is there another way across the magma?
Are you going to will these empty platforms to do anything in particular?
These empty platforms, do I will them to do anything in particular? Like, can I use my willpower to make them stop?
One stops.
Okay.
It is off in the distance, but it is stopped.
I wait for more platforms to arrive.
Unless you will the platform to come to you, it's not going to.
Shit. Okay. I wonder if I could combine platforms to make a bridge.
Or you could bring a platform to you, get your stormtroopers and yourself onto it, and then wheel it like a floating car towards wherever you want to go.
That works too. All right, stormtroopers, get on the platform.
Alright,
Yeah,
let's
step
get
on
on
the
the
platform.
platform that you seem to have summoned. Zero, you're heading towards the top lane.
Okay, so I'm going towards the lizards. Red buff.
Yes. Oh wait, no, yeah, the lizard red buff, okay. You arrive. The lizards are playing hopscotch.
Hopscotch.
Yes, they're playing hopscotch.
Okay, talk to them and ask, what are you doing, guys?
We're playing hopscotch. Want to join?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
Okay. I'm looking up the rules for hopscotch. I forgot how to do this.
May I just ask, did you like roll like casino or something on League of Legends?
No,
Cheerful, playful.
I rolled for silly. And yes.
Oh.
So, here's the games of hopscotch. Rules of hopscotch. Oh, thank you, Zero. How to play hopscotch. They've got a hopscotch design on the ground. Throw a flat stone or similar object, small beanbag, shell, button, plastic toy, to land on square one. It has to land inside the square without touching the border or bouncing out. If you don't get it within the lines, you lose your turn and pass the stone to the next person. If you do get it, go on to the next step.
Yay.
Hopscotch can be... Okay. Hop through the squares, skipping the one you have your marker on. So, I'm assuming you're going to chuck the... One of the little lizard number 1 is going to chuck the stone. He gets it on 2. He has failed. They pick up the stone and hand it to Big Lizard. Big Lizard gets it on the 1. He is going to jump, but being a gigantic lizard, he fails and falls flat on his face. So he's going to get off. Little Lizard 2 is going to throw the stone. He gets it on 1. He gets 2, 3, jumps on 4 and 5, then 6, then 7 and 8. He's off balance. 9 and 10. He got all the way to 10. But when he turns around, he steps on a line between 10 and 9.
Ah.
Alright, you are handed the stone.
I try to concentrate really hard and throw the stone towards 1.
Alright. You land on 1. Okay.
Okay.
You get to 2. You get to
Yep.
3. You get to 4 and 5. You get to 6, barely. You get to 7 and 8. Then 9, then 10. And you're gonna turn around. 10, 9, 7, 8, 6, 4, and then you land your other foot on 5. This is actually really hard with these dice I'm using. Well, you slip on 2 and your face lands square on the stone.
It.
Yeah.
Do I take any damage?
You don't take any damage, you just fail the game and lose your turn.
Yet.
Cometalion, you are being led to a prisoner of war camp, which is in Tokyo.
Wait. We can discuss this.
The Japanese man says nothing. He just punch you in your back.
Well, he doesn't understand me, so,
Yes.
Well,
He opens a door and shoves you into a pit. There are a whole bunch of non-Japanese people in here. There's some Africans, there's some Americans, there's some Europeans. Yes. They're just all in a pit. It's pretty crowded.
well, that got me down.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how is it going? I try to contact people that speak the same language as I do.
Well, the Japanese are dying, so that's always a good thing. Note, I bear no hatred towards the Japanese in real life, but I'm role-playing as people who have been captured and tormented by Japanese soldiers.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, alright.
So are you gonna do anything else while you're in this pit? The soldiers have neglected to uncuff you.
Can anybody help me with these cuffs?
Yeah, I'm a locksmith.
Well,
you used to be.
Locksmith this, please.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Geek, we are playing Random RP. Cometalian has been captured by the Japanese in World War II.
Oh God.
Fernox died. He was skewered by demons, and his soul is now being tormented for all eternity. Trav...
What is recording?
Yes.
What are you recording?
We are recording a Random RP session to reprise.
RP session.
I want to listen to the RP, so...
What's an RP?
You know what?
Well,
I'm not even
hello.
going to explain anymore.
RP.
Trav,
Just continue.
you are on this floating platform. Where do you want to go?
Across the frickin' magma, so I can reach that mountain thingamajig.
Well, now that I've ruined the recording, bye!
User left your channel.
What a bitch.
Kinda. So you're
Seriously,
heading off the mountain.
Like, this is off topic, sorry to interrupt the RP, but seriously, that guy right there, he's a real asshole. Everybody talks about him. Oh, he's an asshole, so he's probably gonna get banned.
Nice to know high school politics are functional. So,
Yeah.
Continue with the RP.
you have arrived at the edge of this mountain. It's fairly solid, though there are gouts of sulfuric acid spewing out of the ground in places.
Yummy.
You might want to put your helmet on.
I am putting my helmet on.
Okay, I'm trying to be as nice as I can, considering I rolled an insta-death. So, you and your stormtroopers are now on this mountain. The platform is drifting off to join the others. What are you looking for? What are you doing?
I wish to claim this mountain for myself and kill all who oppose me. And
you pull out a flag with the Imperial signet on it and plant it in this mountain in a sulfuric acid geyser. The stormtroopers are all yelling, "Hail the Emperor! Hail the Emperor!"
Yeah.
You're the most unenthusiastic emperor ever, like, come on.
I'm not an emperor. I'm disguised as a stormtrooper, and I totally just killed some dude who was a Sith Lord. Well, not really. And took over a battalion of stormtroopers. Anyways, is there anyone in the mountain? Or on the mountains?
There are some demons. They have taken note of your planting of a flag, and they are coming down. The one in the lead is about 20 feet tall, with massive 30-foot wide wings, and he is spewing flames that are just dripping from his mouth. And he has long bladed claws, like it looks like there's a sword on each of his fingers. His tail has a battle axe tied to it, and he's just coming at you. And he's gonna stop, and he's about 5 feet away. He's gonna bend down. The fire drool is dripping down your front now, doing insignificant damage because of your armor.
Yeah.
He's just gonna look at you. Right up in your face.
So, I started speaking to the demon. So, you guys are demons, right?
The demon says,
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm claiming hell as part of the Empire, and you guys, like, you can join if you wanna. If you don't, well, sadly we're gonna have to kill you. So basically what you're gonna do Okay. We have any extra blasters?
Stormtrooper volunteers his.
We give the demon a blaster.
When
Here's
the
your
demon
blaster.
touches the blaster, it transforms into a demonic Gatling gun of death and destruction. And he's gonna
Awesome.
turn it on his fellows and start spraying, and he's laughing.
Yeah.
Kind of badass.
Yeah, he is. So I decide to climb on the shoulder of this demon and just sit and watch and laugh with him.
The stormtroopers have formed a firing line, and they are spraying into the midst of a demonic horde that is forming up to try to kill you. And
Yeah.
because it's a horde and you don't really have to aim when you're shooting at it, they're doing significant damage. The
Yay.
demon sprouts a gigantic blade from his left hand, and he's got his Gatling gun in his right hand and his blade in his left hand. He's just walking amongst the demons and killing everything.
Awesome.
Eventually, some of the demons are going to just throw their hands up and say, "I surrender. I give."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I say to the big ass demon guy, hey, whoa, let's stop for a minute. Okay.
He's gonna just stop, and he's gonna arc his serpentine neck so he looks at you in your face. What?
Okay, so we can basically make these guys join us in, you can be like, second in command. What do you say about that?
Second.
Yeah? Cause
I'm not first.
Dude, I'm the head honcho, dude. I'm like the Imperial. You need me, man. Anyways, I step down from the demon's shoulder and I shout with a really loud voice, "Demons of hell! The Empire has come to make you part of them. I am an Imperial commander," or posing as one, "and today a new era of hell shall begin. Shall you join me in my conquest for peace and maybe a little bit of bloodshed and destruction
An
and
imp shouts
stuff
up.
like that?"
How much bloodshed and destruction exactly?
Okay, you see that lava lake behind there? Imagine that filled with blood.
They all look. And then they start chanting, "Empire! Empire! Empire!"
And I'm just, just scratching behind my head. But then I notice I have a helmet, so I can't do that.
Alright.
I'm just like,
it is
yeah.
Zero's turn. Are you going to continue playing hopscotch with the lizards?
User joined your channel.
No, I'm gonna punch the big lizard in the face.
Alright, I'm muting Max now.
Didn't say anything yet.
Mute later. You're not in the recording anymore. So, you are doing what, Zero?
I was gonna punch the big lizard in the face.
Because you have the Blade of the Ruined King and the Triforce this early in the game, the lizard just splatters, his chest explodes, and he dies. You get the red buff.
Yeah,
That's kind of OP'd. I'm just saying.
Hey, wake
That's
up.
kind of OP'd.
Yeah, like I won 10,000 gold in a contest. So. Okay, I'm gonna kill off the small lizards.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go gank Renekton's lane.
Alright, headed for top lane.
Yep.
Top lane is pushed. Renekton is bullying the crap out of Jax. He's sitting at barely 10% health under his tower. He is drinking a potion and trying to find a way that he can recall without getting punched again.
Wait a second, so Jax is getting punched, right?
Jax... Renekton can't properly kill him off under the tower because he's
okay.
below quarter health. However, Jax is below 10% and he can't make a play here.
Okay. I'm gonna hide in the bushes for a while and give Renekton the buff and jump on Jax.
You're going to drop your shield on Renekton.
Yep.
He is going to laugh as his skin hardens. And he's going to slice and dice right into the middle of the minion wave. and then he's gonna pop his Q and do a AoE empowered rage thing. He is now above half health because of his inherent lifesteal. And he is going to then dice over to the Jax, and he is going to use his stun ability on him. Jax dies instantly. He's insta-gibbed.
Okay, so I can jump there. Okay,
You
never
got the
mind.
assist. Renekton's just laughing as he tanks the tower with his face and punches it down. He's first tower down.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay in this lane and help him push.
Alright, you're
Maybe
gonna
get a
push
few
down
levels.
some more towers.
Yep. I wanna get my ultimate, man.
Mordekaiser? Excuse me. Mordekaiser is coming. He drops a shield on a siege minion that's passing. And the siege minion is chasing you now, Zero.
Is my shield off cooldown yet?
The shield is about 5 seconds from cooldown.
Does Renekton still have his shield?
Renekton's shield is still on.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm
Let's
gonna...
just assume you have your line nuke snare again. And you're like level 5 or so. Because you've been fighting all over the place.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is ping on Mordekaiser so Renekton knows we're gonna take him out, and jump on Mordekaiser.
You are using your jump on Mordekaiser. Alright, you get on top of him. He's stunned for half a second, and
User
he's
joined
got
your
this
channel.
look in his face like, oh, I know what's happening next.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Jigsaw.
What's up?
We're recording here, so please keep chatter to a minimum.
Alright.
The Renekton is going to run in. His Slice and Dice is not off cooldown yet. And he is going to do a spin, and then punch, and then his W on top of Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser is below a quarter health. The turret is aggroed on you, Zero.
I am gonna use my shield on myself. It should be off cooldown
Yes,
for
it's
now.
off cooldown now.
And then snare Mordekaiser.
Okay, you have just dropped below half health. So, Mordekaiser is snared there. Renekton's punching him. The tower is shooting you. You're below half health.
I'm gonna run away now.
Okay, you get dropped to a quarter health before you get out of the turret's range. Renekton takes the time to kill Mordekaiser. And then he kills Mordekaiser before you leave turret range, so the turret's aggroed on a
User
nearby
joined your
minion.
channel.
Oh, nice.
And he's gonna start dicing in among the minions and life stealing, and then he's going to start punching the turret some more.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Are
go
you
back to
recalling in that
base.
bush there?
No, I'm gonna go back to base to heal up.
Alright, you are recalling in a nearby
Yep.
bush.
That looks like I joined in late.
A little late, Cursed. So,
And
yeah, bullets start raining from the sky around you, and you find your movement impaired.
Shit. Well,
You do have Flash, and you do have Smite.
Can I see where the hell they are shooting me from?
Well, a passing minion wave reveals that whoever is doing this to you is not in the lane.
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards the next set of bushes. Run away towards there.
You're heading for Tribush, so you're going south into the Tribush.
Yep.
As you exit the bushes, you see Misfortune is just to your left. She has activated her, whatever her passive thing is to make her shoot faster, and she is ripping into you. You are below 10% health.
I'm gonna flash into the bushes.
You flash into the bushes, you hear a melody played behind you, and you realize that
Oh,
someone has provided a
shit.
speed boost. So,
Oh.
I'm assuming you're running for the river?
Yep.
You see a ping in the river that says Cho'Gath is heading that way.
Okay, I'm gonna run towards Shogath then.
You're just running down the river. Alright. Jogath lands Rupture! Misfortune is knocked into the air, and then she pops her own ghost and runs away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep running.
Alright, so I'm assuming you're gonna find a bush and, just
Yeah.
run into the bush and recall.
Yep.
Alrighty, you are back at base. End of turn. You're healing up now.
Yep.
Cometalian, the locksmith has gotten your cuffs off.
Oh, that's nice. I thank the kind man.
He says, "You're very welcome. We all need to help each other out right now."
Yes. I examine how deep the pit is.
The pit is about 10 foot deep, and it's covered by a grid of
User left
bamboo.
your channel.
Do you have that in metric?
10 foot's like
User joined your
6
channel.
or 7 meters.
Oh, that's pretty deep.
Mhm.
Well, I request to stand on some people while leaning on the side of the pit to escape.
The locksmith and a guy who was with him, they're like,
Pardon me, I'm gonna mute Max, he's yelling or singing.
"Oh, I'm very glad that I muted
User
him
joined
before."
your channel.
Alright,
There we go.
so the locksmith is going to lock his fingers and place it at his waist. The guy next to him is going to step into there and lock his fingers and lean against the wall. The locksmith is struggling to keep the weight steady.
I quickly and steadily climb up on there and try to escape.
You manage to grab at the bamboo bars, but you hear yelling in Japanese and bootsteps.
Oh dear.
Hey, why is Trav recording?
Because we're doing random RP, and I'm going to put it up on YouTube.
Okay.
So, you hear yelling in Japanese and bootsteps. What do you do next?
I can either play it innocent or try to escape quickly. Well, as it stands, I have insta-death and will probably get stabbed
No,
for
not
escaping.
on your universe. Each
Oh.
door from the start is a different universe.
Well, that's sweet, then I try to escape.
You
And try to call up the other fellas with me.
jump from the guy that's below you, and you put your full weight on the bamboo bars. You pull down the 2 bamboo strips that you have hold of, and they come loose of the grid. The entire grid is now structurally unstable.
Alright.
The other prisoners, seeing what you're doing and realizing that the Japanese are going to shoot them all if they don't get out of here right now, they do the same thing as you. They form a human tower and grab 2 of the strips and then put their weight on them. Pretty soon the bamboo is disintegrated. They climb up the human towers again. There are 2 Japanese soldiers with automatic weapons standing at the edge of the pits now. A prisoner has one around the ankle and is pulling him down into the pit. The Japanese man goes into the pit, and everybody's just on top of him and punching him and kicking him, and that's unpleasant.
I jump back down in and grab the automatic weapon.
User left
You've
your
got your
channel.
automatic weapon.
I then hold the Japanese man under fire and tell him, or at least use sign language to tell him to drop the weapon.
So you're pointing the gun at him. He is still struggling with it in his holster, and he sees you. That you've got the gun pointed at him. He just raises his hands in the air and says, I give.
I ink him to come forward.
He does not want to get in the pit.
Well, I'm already outside of the pit now.
No, you're down in the
You
pit.
jump
The
back
Japanese
down.
soldier was pulled into the pit. You grabbed his weapon.
Pardon me. I climbed down back out of the pit while trying to hold him on the fire.
Okay, you don't
No.
keep him under the gun all that well, but he doesn't want to take a risk. He's standing absolutely still.
Luckily, I didn't get shot.
There are gunshots going off around the camp. You know that other prisoners have gotten out.
I tried to take the man as a hostage.
You are going to take this Japanese soldier as a hostage. So
I give the automatic weapon to the locksmith.
the automatic weapon is the locksmith. He inspects his weapon, and he says, "Yeah, I can work one of these."
Alright.
You are all
follow
out
me
of the
outside.
pit.
Sorry?
Every prisoner is out of the pit now.
I tell them, follow me to freedom while we try to find a way out.
Alright, they're all following you. Fernox, what's going on in your universe? Wait, nope. You're dead. Sorry.
Asshole.
How did he go out?
He's actually not technically dead. His immortal soul is being roasted on a spit in hell. Trav,
Is this what I missed?
Yes.
you have an army of demons, and you've promised them lots of blood.
Yes.
The stormtroopers are handing out futuristic weapons to them of various descriptions, and as the demons touch them, they morph into demonic futuristic weapons.
Sweet. So, there's bound to be other demons in hell too, right?
They're climbing out of pits to join you as you stand there.
Okay, so everybody in hell is trying to join me. Okay. There's a way out, right?
So I'm assuming you would direct that question towards the general demon, the big one that
Yes.
is helping you?
Yes.
He just looks up. And then he looks at you. It says, "The point of hell is no one escapes."
Huh. Well, is the rules were made to be broken?
He
You got
laughs
any?
at that.
Yeah. You got any big ass ladders that can, get through the sky or something? Some sort of lifts?
A stormtrooper says, "I can help with that." He pulls out a rocket launcher and says, "Based on what we've observed, if I give this to a demon, it will become empowered."
Okay.
He hands it to the demon general. It transforms into a gigantic cannon. And kind of Jigsaw. It's not homebrew, it's entirely made up. I have no idea what's going to happen next. So, the cannon is fired off. Zero. The entire middle lane of Summoner's Rift, all around from the Dragon Pit to Baron Pit, is collapsing inward right now.
Whoa.
And the demons of hell are flying out.
Okay, that's really strange. So, is there anyone close to me in shouting range?
You see Ezreal and Nami have recalled to the pad, and they're looking at you like, you have any idea what's happening?
Yeah, I don't know. Has this ever happened before? Like, this is my first time here.
I have never seen anything like this, says Ezreal. Nami's just looking at the pit, and she's got her jaw dropped wide open.
User joined your channel.
Can we maybe use the power of the Nexus to close down this thing?
I wouldn't know where to start. I washed out of magic school, says Ezreal.
Okay. We should consult Cho'Gath. He seems like he would know something about this.
Cho'Gath is rising on the horde of demons, and he's just laughing maniacally.
Okay, while I'm at the shop, I look for some armor.
There is Warmogs, there is Thornmail, there is basically all the equipment of League of Legends.
Okay, how much money do I have at this point? Like, we pushed a few powers.
Several thousand, just assume you can buy any 3 items.
Okay, I'm gonna get a good armor for... Okay, I'm gonna get Randuin's Omen.
Randuin's Omen, okay.
Yep. Iceborne Gauntlet.
An Iceborne Gauntlet.
And let's see. And that should be.
Are you going to go with
and
any
a-
magic resist?
No, and a Black Cleaver.
A Black Cleaver. Gotcha.
Yep. That should be about it.
Always
Alright.
gotta get the cleaver.
Zero, you dinged. Your ultimate ability is transforming into an angelic being. Kind of like Kale with a ranged auto attack.
Well, it's good I got all this attack damage then.
Yes.
Unless I can only do AP damage.
Well, when you're an angel form, which lasts like 30 seconds, you do both your attack damage and your AP per auto attack.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, the Iceborne Gauntlets actually help you there.
Okay, I'm telling everyone the game plan. Is Renekton back?
Renekton has dove directly into the horde of demons and he's laughing maniacally, slicing, dicing, and having
User
a
joined your
generally grand
channel.
time killing
User
everything.
joined your channel.
Sounds like he's having fun.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna take down Shogath. So let's... Yeah.
Ezreal and Nami are paying attention.
Yeah, let's go to the middle lane and try to take him down.
User left your channel.
Renekton is using his newfound power to wreak havoc with the purple team. The purple team has surrendered, their nexus has exploded.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
you won.
So they are completely gone then.
Kind of.
No, I meant like if the heroes are still present. I wanted to ask that.
You can't see any heroes, and considering the way the demons are swarming around the purple base, they probably haven't survived.
Okay.
Ezreal and Nami are just looking at the demon horde, they're looking at you and say, you know, if we die when there's no nexus around, if we die outside of a match, we're actually dead.
Well, it's either that or let the world be consumed by
User
demons.
joined your channel.
Dude, we should let the summoners deal with this, says Nami.
Ah, but what if this is a test
User
made
left your
just
channel.
for us?
Ezreal says, if it's a test, then I'd like to fail it, please. He's gonna just open the door and leave. Ezreal out. Nami's following him.
Shit. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit, try and take out Shogath.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
So, Cometalian, you, the locksmith, and the locksmith friend from the pit are standing together. You are at the head of a mob of prisoners, who are mostly malnourished. Some of them are wielding automatic weapons now.
Alright. I try to examine my surroundings.
You are in a military camp that appears to have been dedicated entirely to the keeping of prisoners.
And in my examining, did I find an exit?
You have found two exits. It appears that this camp was built around a road that was pre-existing.
Well, the road probably leads to the city that's being bombarded, or at least is on fire. The other exit is?
The other exit leads off into the mountains.
The mountains it
User
shall
left
be.
your channel.
So I'm going to assume that everybody who has entered this channel since I began recording, by entering it, has assented to being recorded, right?
Sorry?
I even know what's going on.
I just popped in and just want to listen. Go on.
Alright, feel free to listen
User
then.
joined your channel.
Can somebody ban Max, please?
No one has that power in this room.
We have
He's
a
not,
complete.
he's not here
He's not
anymore.
even in the
He's in public
channel.
room one.
Alright,
User joined your
he's
channel.
fucking
Oh
annoying.
God! Why did you say his name?
Just mute him.
Yep, just mute him and ignore. Anyways. You are heading off towards the mountains, right, Cometalian?
Yes.
User
Okay,
joined your channel.
a couple of the prisoners have managed to secure jeeps of, well, Japanese version of jeeps, I forget what they're called.
I tried to count everybody and count the number of spaces that the jeeps have available.
The jeeps seat about 6 each. There are about 10 of them,
User
and
left your
you have
channel.
about 30 guys among you.
Yeah, that fits. Alright.
Yep.
Then I tried to go with the jeeps onto the mountains.
You're taking the jeep caravan off into the mountains. Okay, Trav, the entire ceiling is falling away. None of the chunks are threatening you. But there is a very clear exit up into the sky. Yes, Hydra, there are only 3 slots. You'll have to wait until one of the characters gets themselves killed before you can join. So, Trav.
So,
Yes, the sky is open now. The demons are swarming out. They have various descriptions of futuristic weapons.
so we're going to Summoner's Rift, right?
You don't know that yet.
Okay. Well, let's go upwards then.
Alright, I'm assuming you summon one of the floating platforms to take you up with your
Yes.
stormtroopers.
Yes, stormtroopers, get on the platform.
The stormtroopers, you'll notice, have been changed by their time in Hell. Their armor is now shot with red streaks, and their weapons have grown massive bayonets, and their sights might even be right on.
Yes. Do I get one of those demon weapons?
You have a blaster, yes, and you also have a large sword that you managed to secure when the Demon General dropped it. The Demon General is also behind you. He has consented to this because he's got a shot at leaving Hell.
He's kind of what?
He has consented to following you, even though he doesn't really like it, because you're offering him a shot out of Hell.
Yeah. So, we go upwards.
Yep. You see you are floating above this. However, just assume that the entire middle section between the 2 bushes and the 2 towers on either side in middle lane, that's a giant hole and demons are pouring out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but just wondering out of curiosity, are you doing like a D&D thing?
Pretty much.
Thought so.
So,
Max, shut the hell up.
you can mute him. Muting is a thing. It's highly advised.
Being a nerd is not a bad thing.
Okay, Trav, what are you doing?
So, I am still on the platform and decide to step off it with my stormtroopers when it reaches the edge of Summoner's Rift and the hole that's in it.
So you're just leaving Summoner's Rift now?
No. I'm going into Summoner's Rift. Starting to just walk around, see the sights.
You
Just
have
check
arrived
with
at
myself.
Purple Base. There are a pile of demons around the platform, and some of the demons who just got there and apparently didn't realize there's a bunch of dead demons around the platform. They are trying to rush the 5 champions of Purple Team that are on the platform, but the laser is killing them as they approach.
The demons are being killed by the laser?
Yes, the demons get killed by the platform laser.
I ordered the demons to stop and not enter the base.
They they do what you tell them to.
Next off, I start planning how to take the laser out. I'm assuming the champions are still just staying inside, right?
They're staying inside, they're spamming all their abilities and auto-attacking, but they are staying well within the border of the laser.
Okay. Let's think about this. I've got the whole army, like, literally the whole Hell's demons are behind me with epic, huge, massive cannons, rifles, anything, jetpacks, everything. Why can't I just destroy the laser? Why couldn't I?
Well, They are focused entirely on the champions. All the shots so far have been at the champions, and the
User
champions
disconnected
are
from your channel.
basically they are healing up very quickly because they're standing on the frickin' pad. And they're also
Yeah.
getting constant mana regeneration because they're standing on the pad and they're spamming all their abilities.
Okay, so at this point I realize, alright, we got the demon general kind of thing with the giant-ass gun thing majig. I order the demon to shoot the laser.
He just opens fire everywhere and spews at random. He doesn't seem to be very good at targeting anything. He manages to
Stormtrooper
kill
material.
a whole bunch
User
of
disconnected from your
demons.
channel.
He insta-gibs super dead Misfortune. She just dies in one hit to the laser. The forest behind the pad is now ablaze.
User joined your channel.
So, was that a success or a fail? I couldn't tell.
That was Demon General doing what Demon General does.
So, is the laser now destroyed?
No,
Fuck.
just Misfortune.
Okay. So, I ordered for the demons to just step back a bit from out of their range, to just try to lure them out.
They're not biting. The 4 surviving champions are huddling together trying to make their target profiles very small.
But we are out of their range, correct?
They have vision within the entire base.
I order everyone to get back from the base.
Okay, you now have lost vision within the entire base. You have no idea what's going on in there. As you ponder this, Zero will take his turn. He is on the blue pad.
So I'm still in my base then?
Yeah, you're on your blue pad.
Yeah, I head towards where Cho'Gath is.
You are heading towards the middle, where all the demons are spewing out.
Yep.
Cho'Gath walks on a demonic horde down to you. And he's just laughing. He's very happy that this is happening.
I try to talk with him. Are you siding with the demons then?
He, by way of answer, grabs a passing demon by the neck and bites its head off.
So that's a maybe? Okay, if you join me, I will let you eat all the Timos you want.
I hate that rat. Let's do it.
Okay.
Renekton has shown up. He is covered with demonic blood, and he has been transformed into Rune Wars Renekton.
Okay, I try to talk to Renekton, so you're joining us as well, I presume?
Renekton, he sees that he's out of targets, and he just launches himself back into the demonic horde.
So that's another yes then. Okay, so where is the demon general at this point? Can I see him?
The demon general is hiding out around Purple Base. You do not see him.
Oh, so they're still far away. And the hole is in the middle between the 2 middle towers then?
Yes.
Okay.
It's still spewing mini demons, by the way.
Yeah, just a sec. What's the cooldown on my ultimate like?
Your cooldown is exactly 60 seconds.
That's bad. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my ult. No, I'm gonna head towards the mid and then use my ult when I'm in front of the hole.
You are going to become a giant angel.
Yep.
And with wings, and a sword sprouts from your right hand, and a massive shield from your left. Armor coats your entire body, and you are now a angelic figure. The entire demon horde is now watching you.
I shout, demon spawn, go back to your hellhole or I will have your kind destroyed.
The demons collectively scream and launch themselves at you.
I
joined your
use the
channel.
shield on myself and then start attacking them.
Why are there 2 public rooms?
I don't
A
know.
roleplay.
There's actually 3. Anyways. So,
Everyone. Yeah.
the Cho'Gath is going to use Rupture, and he's going to spike a whole bunch of demons out of your way. And then he's going to use Feral Scream, and a whole bunch of demons just cower down on the ground. They're holding their head in their hands. And finally, he's just going to wade into it and start chucking gigantic waves of spikes everywhere, because he's Cho'Gath. He's big as a turret.
Okay.
You, I assume, are auto-attacking all over the place.
Yep, and slowly heading towards the demon general.
You cut a path through the unending horde of demons, and you go through the hole, and you manage to get to the other side of the demonic horde. And you are now on the purple side of the map. The demons have burnt most of it to the ground. So you can easily see, past where the trees and wolves used to be, the demonic general and Trav hiding there. Trav, what are you doing?
I am overseeing the demon's movements.
You notice a gigantic angelic figure cutting through them.
I say, or shout, "Hey, stop, you thing!"
Angelic figure, what are you doing?
Why have you brought this hellspawn here?
Dude, we're just trying to spread the good word of the Empire. You can join too. See? Stormtroopers, bring out another flag. We got another flag?
They plant a flag in your purple
Yeah.
base.
These are basically this place at Summer's Rift? Oh yeah, Summer's Rift. This is like part of now Emperor Palpatine's empire. So, you know, just spreading peace and love and that kind of stuff. And demons are very friendly people as well, as I've noticed. They are stereotypically being oppressed by your kind, and they are evil and horrible. Contradictory to you. You are the one killing these innocent demons in droves.
The demons, as you speak, are all morphing into the forms of innocent children.
Holy shit.
Look at them. Look at their faces. Look what you have done. You have killed these beings for no apparent reason. Just because we defended ourselves from aggressors who attacked us with a giant-ass laser gun and their super magic abilities. We just defended ourselves. You just attacked us. Okay, so basically, we can make a deal. I can forgive you and we'll let this slide. All you gotta do is join us. You know, join the Empire. Just put this shirt on, and I throw a huge t-shirt.
You have a t-shirt.
T-shirt. Yes, I have a t-shirt. Or the other stormtroopers have a t-shirt with an Imperial insignia. Just put this on. This will, like, make you the Angel of the Empire.
Angel of the Empire.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Is that all it takes?
That is very anticlimactic.
He's Team Empire, everyone. Screw Team Jacob, he's Team Empire.
Down with the Republic! Down with the Republic!
No, there's no Republic yet, because, well, that place
There was a
basically got wiped
Republic,
out.
now it's an empire.
Yeah, it's now an empire.
Is this a bad time to be wearing my Team Rebellion shirt?
Yep. It is a very
You're not
bad
in the
time.
game first.
Very bad.
Anyways, so I throw the Angel the freaking t-shirt. What do you do?
I instantly incinerate the t-shirt.
Big
We do not
swipe
need
of
your
mighty
kind
sword.
here. The summoners are gods.
They're
I have no idea what
gods.
you guys are talking about.
Role playing. This is random role play. This is basically having fun. Lol. Anyways, so big mistake, Angel
User
dude.
disconnected from your channel.
Big mistake. So you can leave if you wanna. never come back. What are you gonna do?
I take a shot at Trav.
Okay.
Hey Max, be an
User
asshole
joined
somewhere
your
else.
channel.
You manage to cleave through his armor, but you only leave a gigantic rent in his chest piece. You don't actually harm him.
Demons? Transform back to those big-ass demon cloud thingy-majigs.
They do so?
And do open fire on this imperialist aggressor who is trying to hurt an innocent commander who is fighting for peace. So
They
you get
pull
to eat
out
his
their very
remains.
laser guns, and... Oh snap, I forgot to roll whether or not Silly was overrode by auto-death.
Oh shit.
Well, the result will tell you the news. Zero, you get incinerated by all the combined laser fire.
Are you kidding me? Like, they can't aim for shit.
The demons can.
Oh, fuck.
Well, Trav, you are now responsible for 2 player deaths.
Yes.
If you would like to take Zero's slot on his next turn, then please press X in the public chat now.
Cursed. Nobody else?
Seriously, no one?
Alright.
They just want to listen.
Alright, Cursed will get the slot. He will go after Trav.
Link,
Linkfan, if
press
you
X.
want to play within Zero's slot, you press X, because his slot's open now.
Oh.
Alright, that is Cursed, Linkfan, and Spot Hydra. I will set up a 3-sided die, and I will roll it when it's Zero's turn next. Cometalian, you have arrived at the foot of the mountains. There is a wooden house here on a lake. The lake is covered in a light fog. There is a Japanese man sitting on his porch. He's just sitting cross-legged.
A Kung Fu master, I assume?
Maybe.
User joined your channel.
What? Oh, yeah. I tell the others to stay back as I greet the man. Or, no. Ask if there's somebody that can speak Japanese.
One of them raises his hand.
I tell the man to come with me, or
Yeah,
woman.
just a sec,
and
if I may.
let's try to contact with the man.
Zero, what were you saying?
My Nexus is still not destroyed, right?
Your Nexus has not been destroyed.
So I
However,
should...
one of the Nexuses was destroyed. That ended the match.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. So, the translator's going to follow you to him. Either of you have any weapons, I'm assuming?
I only got my machine gun with me, but I hold it in, not aiming at him, in a peaceful manner.
Okay, you just got a machine gun. Okay. As you approach, the man looks up at you. He stands and ascends his porch slowly. He walks as if he's got arthritis. He approaches you slowly and offers you his hand.
I tell the translator to tell him greetings, but refuse to shake his hand.
That's
He
just
smiles
rude.
at you and says, I know English.
Alright. I pardon the man and say, salute. I seem to be quite unaware of where I am, and strangely confused. Could you inform us of our location?
This is the base of the great mountain Fuji. Yes, that place.
Yep. Alright then, could you direct us to the nearest place outside of Japan?
User joined your
He
channel.
points at an ocean which is plainly visible.
Alright, boys. Do you have anything we could use? A ship, maybe contacts, planes, anything at all to help us?
He just laughs. This soft chuckle. I am an old hermit.
Well, sorry.
User joined your channel.
Though, I do have, opens his robe, This.
User left
He
your
pulls
channel.
out a katana. I've been waiting for a just man to give this to for many years. I believe I have found him. He bows and extends his hands towards you.
We've got machine guns. This offering is kind, but not necessary.
Please, it will be more use than you know.
If you insist, kind man, I accept the samurai sword.
Alright. You...
Oh yeah, that's up to me. I walk towards the ocean, trying to find a port.
The jeeps easily follow you through the light woods.
Well, I'm in a jeep.
Okay, you're in the jeep.
Well, we go driving towards the nearest ocean.
You come across a small fishing village. You estimate no more than 4... Well, you can count 4 houses. There are 3 boats that are tied up at a dock, made of wood. Everything here is wooden or bamboo.
Doesn't look very technological advanced, but I still go with my translator and greet the village people.
The village people, upon seeing your machine gun, run for the hills.
Oh
I
my
drop my
gosh.
weapon and wave at them.
They're not paying attention, they're running.
I go at them. Well, no, I think that would scare them a bit more. I go to their town and examine if there's any boat of some sort.
There are 3 boats. You estimate each could hold 10 people. However, none among your group have any idea how to navigate on the water.
You sound like Siri, to be honest.
I look around and see that the village is poor, or at least I assume so. Correct?
I'm
Correct?
sorry, please repeat yourself?
I look around and see that the village is poor, is that correct?
It's pretty poor. You don't see any currency notes anywhere.
I refuse to take the boat, as that would be robbing of the poor, and try to leave something of value behind. What do I have on me?
I am talking with someone in Skype who's advising me to move to a private channel.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Who's Kevin Guida in TeamSpeak?
Kevin Guida?
Ah, you're... okay. Well, Rankly, what channel would you suggest? Feel free to speak up.
Let me see.
User disconnected from your channel.
Give me a second, Yeek. I'll find out for you while you guys continue.
Okay, I think the most long-term solution possible is if you added in the unofficial channel somewhere random RP.
I
I
know,
know,
but
I haven't got those admin privileges yet because Joe hasn't set me up.
Oh,
The only
should
person
probably-
Joe set up was Mort Raven, and not anyone else.
Alright, well, you chew on that and let me know when you have a
temporary
solution.
channels. That'd be the ultimate solution, because once everyone leaves, the channel's gone.
Many of you guys can make your own temporary channel. I'm not really sure how to.
We can't right now. An admin has to give the permissions to this group that we have.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do that.
He's
Alright.
basically,
Well, you're chewing on that. Cometalian is going to attempt to leave something of value. Well, you could leave him a jeep. You've got enough space in another jeep to carry all the people who that one jeep was carrying.
I leave the jeep and ask the translator
User
to leave a
joined your
note.
channel.
I'm sorry, what were we asking channel?
User joined your channel.
Ah.
Yes. Please repeat.
I leave a jeep and ask the translator to leave a note explaining that this is a gift.
The translator searches around for a scrap of paper for a very long time. Eventually he finds a receipt in one of the houses. He brings it out, writes a note on it, and puts it in the windshield wiper.
I then look quizzical and say, "We must have a name for our little band."
They look around at each other and then they say, well, "You're the leader. You should probably name us if you think that's important."
How was the mountain called again?
The mountain was Fuji.
Well, then we are named Fuji's Point.
They shrug and say, alright, whatever.
We leave the mount with our newly name on it and continue our journey along the water.
North or south along the water?
I would go south, as that's more direct. Yeah, south.
South is glowing with the fires burning Tokyo.
Okay, north, shall we?
You're headed north. Okay, I believe...
Oh, bye-bye, Zero.
Oh,
sorry.
Later to Zero. Trav, what are you doing?
I am just, chilling. You know,
You
just,
totally murderated another player?
Yeah, just watching
User
as
in your
they
channel timed
consume him, eat his remains.
They do so merrily.
I'm laughing. And
the Demon General's laughing with you. He finds this all very entertaining.
Yes. And then I decide, there's got to be something more to conquer for the Empire. And I think, the thing is, this place is a mystical rift of very mystical power. I wonder if we could travel in time.
As you're thinking out loud, one of the stormtroopers says, I have training as a science officer. I could probably do an inspection on one of these nexuses they mentioned.
Okay, see what you can do about that. And as I ponder the destination, I was thinking, World War II Japan.
Why not murder me?
Yes, because it seems like you're hunting down and systematically killing all of my players. So, the science officer's gonna go do his thing. It'll take him a couple turns to figure out what he's doing. You do realize that Summoner's Rift is a part of Runeterra, which is a wider world.
The what world?
Runeterra.
User in your channel timed out.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
User entered your channel.
I assume there are going to be some people coming to, secure the place again for themselves, right?
Probably.
Okay, I told the demons to ready up, stay on their guard. Alert me if any situation develops.
Okay, the demons are going to fan out into the woods around Summoner's Rift and set up guard posts. Alright, everybody who is interested in taking Zero's vacated slot, press X now. Cursed, Spot Hydra, Viking X, Link Fan. Alright. Cursed is 1, Hydra is 2, Viking is 3, and Link Fan is 4. I rolled a 3. Viking, you get the slot.
Thank you.
User disconnected from
that's
your
convenient because you're actually below Trav alphabetically, so I can actually keep you straight.
Yes, that means that I will be the next person to get killed by Trav.
No, you are in a closet. There is a total of 1 broom in this closet and nothing else. There is a door in front of you with light coming in from around the edges.
Can I search with my hands around the closet to see if I can find something in the darkness?
I already told you what was there. The light around the door is plain.
Sorry.
Illuminate the entire closet.
From your channel.
Oh, sorry. I slowly open the door, not fully, to see what is there.
There is a desk with a man behind it. He is wearing a very sharp suit and has wide horn-rimmed glasses. He's writing some things down on the desk with a very large quill.
Does he look aggressive or threatening?
He does not acknowledge your existence.
I slowly open the door, trying not to be noticed. I put my...
He looks up at you, makes eye contact, then just looks down at his paper.
I walk to him and politely ask him about what is going on and why was I in a closet.
You are here for my entertainment, and in order for you to be entertained, you must be brought here.
What part am I playing in your entertainment?
Whatever part you see fit.
Such as?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Can I do anything I want, or do I strictly obey your rules?
Well, there are rules, but I'm not telling you any of them.
What's the punishment for breaking the rules?
Depends on which rule you break.
Are the punishments severe?
Some of them include death. Some of them are worse.
I look around the room, see what can I find.
It is a absolutely plain room aside from the desk. However, there are 3 doors. The first door is on your right. It is a stone door with a blue gem set in the middle of it. It is slightly cracked now, the blue gem. The door on your left leads down. It is a stone archway, and it is spitting fire and sparks, and you can feel the heat from where you stand. The door opposite, the closet door, is a plain wooden door on hinges with a knob on the side of it.
I slowly walk to the door of the gym and put my ear against it to hear what can I, to try to hear what can I hear.
Maniacal laughter.
Can I peek through the crack?
No.
I walk to the other door with hinges. Try to hear something.
You hear gunfire.
I open the door with the gem on it, and slowly, and try to peek in.
A small, absurdly fat imp is sitting there. His wings could not possibly lift his bulk off the ground. He is sitting in a hallway which extends as far as you can see to the left. The door is blocking your view to the right. On the far end of the left, there is a light coming down the hall that apparently issues from an opening.
I open the door fully to see to see everything.
You cannot get the door to open any further than it is. The imp is looking at you, just sort of stupefied, like, oh, so wasted.
Can I talk to him?
You can attempt to.
What are you?
Wow. You just, talked. That's awesome.
Why am I here?
Wait. Why are you here? Wow.
User joined
Am
your
I
channel.
able to squeeze through the door? Well,
Yeah, you can totally go through the door.
User left your channel.
Before going, I want to check the other door
User
to do
joined
the
your
same thing,
channel.
to open it slightly, not to raise any attention, and to look in the door with the gunfire.
You see a man in a World War II Japanese officer's uniform with a machine gun, and he is gunning down prisoners as they sit there on their knees, cuffed.
User left your channel.
How old is the Japanese officer?
The Japanese officer is in his young 20s.
Can I see any signs of sadness or any signs of regression after killing the people?
He's just gunning down line after line of them, as if it's just another day at the office.
I will choose the door with the gem. I will open it and try to squeeze through. Not to go any further, just to get through the door.
Alright, you're going through the door. It is Cometalian's turn. You are driving along a long sandy beach in your 5 jeeps. You and your Fuji's Point gang.
I stop the jeeps, and as I suddenly feel a forecoming of danger of demons.
This does not happen. You are unaware of the impending danger.
Oh, come on. Alright. Wait, how does he even know that I exist, then?
He doesn't. However, he does have his knowledge of Japan from the real world.
Alright. Well, do we find anything?
You come across various fishing villages. The first one you come across, they're all watching you, and as soon as they recognize that you are not Japanese, they scatter. Some of them hide in their houses, some of them run for the hills.
Alright, I continue.
You crest a hill, and you see a Japanese naval yard. It is burning.
Oh dear. Well, I investigate.
There is a number of small ships, mostly wooden now, with little outboard motors. It appears that machine guns have been hastily bolted onto them. There's one aircraft carrier in harbor, but it is listing badly, and one of the soldiers with you says, "Wait, I recognize that ship. In the battle I was captured in, she was torpedoed."
That's American?
No, that's a Japanese ship. We torpedoed her.
Oh, dear. Let's go away from that now.
Okay, which direction? The boatyard is to the north. Further south is Tokyo. What's left is east. Because you're not going to drive your boats to the water. Or your jeeps in the water.
Well, yeah, it's worth a shot, maybe. I'll go to Tokyo.
You're going to go back down to Tokyo.
Maybe not. You know what? I'll go investigate even some more. Go what closer to the burning port.
Your driver reports that the gas tank's about half empty.
Alright. I continue.
There are a bunch of people running around, but they see that the Japanese rising sun on the hoods of your cars, and they just let you pass.
Uh-huh.
You drive down the docks. There's a whole bunch of ramshackle boats that people are still trying to get in the water, and they're trying to get them off into the water. But there's a lot of boats that are not really seaworthy at all that they're trying to launch too, and those are just sinking.
I try to stop one of the people running around and ask them what is going on.
He yells something at you in Japanese and runs on his way.
Well, with the translator.
He's still going to yell something in Japanese. The translator says, "The Americans are coming." That's what he said.
Well, let's stay here then.
You hear a radio crackle on nearby, and you hear a squeaky voice that is saying things in Japanese. And
I asked.
The translator, he's just listening, totally attentive to what this radio is saying.
I tell the men to go out and go stand in a more defensive position and try not to look all too threatening.
The men take up discreet guard positions. The radio broadcast stops, and the translator just sits down on the ground.
User joined your channel.
He says, they just surrendered. That was the Emperor. He has surrendered.
The Japanese have surrendered?
Yeah. Like, what? And everyone's coming back inside of this. What? They were what?
That's
and
great.
Then there's a loud
Guys?
cheer from everyone, and each one in their group.
Sorry to interrupt. I have to go. The F1 qualifying started 7 minutes ago, and I totally missed that.
We'll
So I gotta
assume that
go.
your
I'm sorry.
demon general kills you by stabbing you in the back.
Oh no!
Yes.
Okay, catch you later.
Thanks for
Okie
not
dokie.
murdering me.
So that's
User
another slot that's
disconnected from
open.
your
We
channel.
will roll for who gets it when it comes to his turn. So, Cometalian, we will end your turn there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it would have been Travis' turn next. Okay. So, Spot Hydra, Cursed, and Link Fan are interested in the
User left your
slot.
channel.
Does
Link
anyone
as
else
well?
want? Just press X and put it in chat if you want to
User
join the
left your
game.
channel.
Was Curse the player who got killed?
The player who died was Trav.
No, before that.
Before that? Oh, Curse died in a different session.
Oh, okay.
Alright, we have 4 takers. That is Spot Hydra, Cursed, Link Fan, and Geek. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rolling. It's a 1. Spot Hydra, you are in a closet. There's a broom in here that you can easily see from the light coming from around the door.
I take the broom.
You have a broom. There's now nothing in the closet.
Alright, I
Except
head
you.
to the door.
Sitting in the middle of this 15-foot square room is a man who's sitting behind a desk. The man is using a large quill pen to write on his desk. He's wearing a very sharp suit and wide horn-rimmed glasses. He makes no attempt to acknowledge your existence.
Was it just a square room with nothing in it?
Except the man in the desk.
Alright, well then I talk to the man. Ask him what's going on.
Well, you're actually going to have to tell me that, Mr. Hydra.
I have no idea what's going on. All I have is a broom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like what do
User
you...
joined your channel.
I don't know what to ask, other than what's going on.
Well, he realizes that you're confused. You could ask me where these doors go. He points at each of the doors around him.
Sure. Where do they go?
That door, he points to his right, leads to Japan. I believe that they have just surrendered to the Allies. That door, points to his left, leads to the Citadel in what I am told is the Mass Effect universe. That door, points behind him, leads... He pauses. I have no idea where... He turns around and looks at the door. It's just a plain wooden door on hinges with a knob on the side. I don't know where that door goes.
Alright, adventure. I go through that door.
He returns to writing. You are in space, and you are miraculously not exploding due to depressurization.
Awesome.
Just floating in space. It's really big.
Well, I guess I'll just ride on my broom until I hit something.
Your broom gains the ability to propel itself through space. You are now traveling at 3 times the speed of light on your broom.
Well, hot damn. I guess I'll just keep going in a direction until I hit
User
something.
joined your channel.
Yep. Space. It's really big. Cometalian. The Japanese have surrendered. Wait, no. Sorry, Viking.
Yep.
You got me excited.
I'm sorry, Cometalian. Anyways.
So, I'm in the room with the imp, was it, or
It's a
Sulu?
long hallway full of doors with blue gems set in their centers.
Yes, blue gem.
Mm-hmm.
How many doors?
Uncountable.
Only one hallway.
Yes.
I take the first door on my right and try and put my ear against it and listen.
You hear a sandstorm. Just howling wind. And it sounds like curtains of sand are being thrown against the door.
I go
User
to the
left your
next door,
channel.
but this time on my left.
Okay.
The first door on my
User
left.
joined your channel.
And do
You
the same thing.
hear a police siren.
What's everyone playing right now?
Random
RP.
RP.
Okay, I slowly walk through the hallway, ignoring all the doors.
Are you
I
headed
walk
towards the light or down through the hallway to the darkness?
the light. The last thing I
Okay.
need is a dark descent right now.
Well, it's not dark, it's just not beaming brilliant light, which the one way is.
Can I see anything through the light?
No, it obscures your vision.
Is there anything I can see in the dark?
You see a door that is simply a gigantic gem in that distance.
I come close to the door and try to hear what's behind the door.
You hear many voices, all discussing things that don't really make sense to you. You don't even quite understand the language.
Can I make up any words or any specific voices?
Well, one is shouting about an incursion of some sort. Another is shouting about a response. One is saying, surrender. But that voice was instantly shouted down.
How big is the door compared to my size?
The door is exactly right for your size. It's
User left your
yes,
channel.
as if it were designed for you, or a
So-
being of your description.
How many voices could I hear?
You couldn't count them.
So many. Or just I couldn't count them.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna slowly open the door and look what's inside.
You see. So you know what a medical operating theater looks like? For when they're demonstrating to a whole bunch of medical students a operation?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm just gonna get the image so that everyone else can know.
Okay.
That should be about, right?
I was gonna go with this. Though yours works very well too.
Alright.
You are standing in the middle circle area where everybody's looking at you, but they're all wearing long purple and blue robes that obscure their faces. And they've all got their hands tucked into the other sleeve. The second you enter the room, well, open the door even, they all just stop and stare at you. Absolutely silent.
I take a moment to look around and take a small count of how many people there are.
There are several hundreds, but the rows fade off in the distance so far that you can't even count. You can't even see the back rows.
I take my right hand, point it at myself, and say friend in a calm but loud enough for everyone to hear.
They're watching you. One of the summoners that was apparently on the stage just before you got there, looks at you and says, "Hello, friend. Where are you from?"
I do not know. I'm taking this journey to find out.
We are all on journeys, I suppose. Where do you think you are heading?
That is also unknown to me.
He chuckles to himself. I suppose that is the best kind of journey.
No, it's not.
I am the head of the Institute of War. It is my pleasure to meet you. What is your name?
Raven.
Hello, Raven. He bows, and the entire assembled gathering bows with him. We're going to leave you to ponder this, Mr. Viking, while Cometalion takes his turn.
Thank you.
So, what was my current situation again?
You? The Emperor of Japan has just surrendered over the radio. The Americans around you are cheering. The rest of the naval yard is dead silent.
Alright, I go to the Japanese man and shake their hand and say peace in their tongue with the translate.
The translator translates for you, but the Japanese man is just absolutely limp. Like, you're shaking his hand, but he's not responding in any way.
I go to the translator and ask him what's wrong.
Well, says the translator, the Japanese were told that they were going to die fighting the Americans. And most of them, waves his hand in front of the Japanese man, were happy to do so.
And now they have no cause again.
That's what I'm guessing.
Well, we can ask them if they want to join us.
Translator offers
User
the
joined your
Japanese
channel.
man a chance to join the Fuji Mountain gang. And the Japanese man, he shakes himself, and he says through the translator, I still have honor. He just walks off.
User joined
And
your channel.
I shout to the man, well, if your honor is right, you can die fighting Americans. Inviting the man
translator
into
refuses
a battle.
to translate that. What are you talking about?
I unsheath my sword. Samurai sword?
Mm-hmm.
And put it in a gesturing manner to one of the Japanese men.
He is watching the blade.
Well, do they accept my duel?
He's going to pull a gun on you.
I pull my machine gun out on him.
He fires.
I fire back.
No, he fired first. Let's see what happens.
I die.
He misses you entirely.
Well, alright, I fire an entire automatic burst into the man.
You miss him entirely.
You both suck.
Am I a stormtrooper, by the way?
No, you just rolled
If
badly.
Darn it. If he was
He
a
fires
stormtrooper,
and
he would
misses
never
you
miss.
entirely.
I tell my entire gang, well, no, that's a bit mean. I fire again in accurate semi-automatic bursts.
The kind of fire doesn't matter, because you missed again. Why am I rolling all of the 4s?
Is this D&D?
Yes. This is the kind of silliness that happens in D&D sometimes.
Can I be a bard?
If someone dies, which they might just die in this turn.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Alright. I have to leave.
Bye.
I take cover
Alright,
and
bye.
return fire once again.
User disconnected
Before
from your
you manage
channel.
to get into the cover, he shoots you through the leg.
I fire
The
once
other
again.
Japanese guys around you and are closing in on your position because they hear gunfire and they're still in soldier mode.
I tell my men to prepare for battle.
Some of them are panicking a little. They're going to just hide, drop their guns and hide. The soldiers are all prepped. They are piling cover.
I tell
And yeah,
a
it
couple
basically
of the
sorts out into civilians who panic and soldiers who are piling cover and getting ready to fight.
I tell a couple of the soldiers to fire upon the man that has shot me.
They hit him in the lower abdomen, and he just grabs at his stomach and falls over forward. Still alive, just in horrible, horrible pain.
I fire towards him, finishing him off.
You hit him directly on the big toe.
Oh.
God damn.
Well, that's gotta hurt.
Way to finish him off.
I ask one of the men if they have a grenade.
One of the soldiers hands you a grenade that he says he found in the shack. That you
I throw it towards the injured man because I cannot aim.
You waited too long. It detonated in your hand. Everyone's dead.
Oh my
Seriously?
god.
This is why you should really try to avoid combat in random RP, because most of the time it doesn't work and the rest of the time you kill yourself.
Or if you wouldn't throw only force, maybe then it would work.
You gotta be a little more creative. Work around the situation.
Oh, what, by chopping someone's limbs off with a samurai sword?
Well, I tried doing that and I got shot.
War is not the option.
Alright, next time it's Cometalian's turn. I will roll a new player in.
Yay!
That will be the last player who plays. We're going to wait until everybody has killed themselves and we're going to end the session.
Does mean that I'm so close to dying?
Nope. Viking, you are actually probably the safest one here.
Really?
Yes.
But I'm in space.
I believe it was Spot Hydra that was in space, yes.
Yes.
Spot Hydra, you do not
Yeah.
find anything. In fact, this region of space doesn't even have any stars. The light seems to be emanating from your own body.
Well, damn. What else can I do?
No, you're just in space. You have a broom.
You gotta find out what to do, man. Think of something.
Can I enter myself?
You fall deep into your mind. And you find your mother who is scolding you.
Damn it. Do I still have my
Childhood
broom?
memories.
Your mother appears in space beside you, but having nothing to breathe and no atmosphere to hold her
User joined your
put
channel.
pressure on her, she explodes spontaneously. And now there are motherly chunks floating in space. Yes, this is horrible.
Well done.
Well, at least I have nourishment. I'll hold on to some of those for a bit.
User left your channel.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess I'll try entering myself again, since that's the only thing I can do.
You find... Name a toy you had in your childhood.
Oh man.
What was your favorite toy?
I guess a little toy mouse.
Okay, a little toy mouse appears in space beside you. It
User
makes little
disconnected
squeaky
from your
noises
channel.
as all the air is sucked
User
out of it by
left
the
your
vacuum.
channel.
Oh god damn it.
I want to know what you guys are talking about.
You know, I'm the only one in the room who even has any idea what Spot Hydra is up to right now. I was curious as to how you'd react to this universe when I rolled it up, so, yeah.
Can I touch him with my broom before he explodes? Or has
He
he already
doesn't
done that?
explode, he's just crumpled into a tiny ball as the air is squeezed out of him.
Alright, I'll touch him with my broom.
You touch him. He begins spinning slowly and moving away from you.
Damn it. The broom's not as magical as I expected. Well, I guess I'll chase the mouse and then
You easily
hopefully
catch the
find
mouse.
something else. Well, I'll just keep shooting him forward and keep moving forward out of sheer boredom.
I suppose I should touch the, I only rolled one thing for this universe. And it was God powers.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I'll let you think on that as Viking takes his turn.
Man, you got me jealous there. Sorry, let me get the picture. Okay. So, I'm still in the room and nobody has left yet.
They're all kind of watching you. Some of them in the back are turning to each other and beginning to discuss apparently some sort of incursion in response.
Okay, first thing, I'll start telling that I mean nobody in this place any harm.
They're ignoring you now.
Why is that?
Because you're not interesting.
I
Way
will
to go.
Shut up. I want to know what's... Okay, I will ask the man who's close to me, the man I talked before, what is it that you're doing here?
This is where we decide the policies that will govern our world. We have recently been attacked by... Well, we are not even entirely sure. We never suspected that such a place existed. But it exists, and now they're here.
User
Who?
joined your channel.
We don't know. All we know is that they have taken the Summoner's Rift, and we need to take it back before the next match begins.
So, what is stopping you?
Well, we are trying to decide whether we should overturn an ancient edict that allows us to act directly. The last time we suspended that edict, we made Shurima Desert out of Shurima Forest.
I try to change the subject for my personal matters and ask, do you have any explanation of what is behind the door I just came from?
That? Points. That's towards Summoner's Rift.
Did I just come from Summoner's Rift?
No, you've seen... He creates a ball of magical energy in his hand and observes it closely. You came from Pantheon's door. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Me neither. Making a look, understanding of what he says, I try to continue by asking of what are the ways you want to fight this war?
Well, so far the only response that seems to have any chance of working is if we act directly. We are reluctant to do so, of course. The other option that has been proposed is that we unleash all of our champions upon them at once. Which may or may not work, but we wouldn't be able to reincarnate the champions if they were to die in such a fashion, because we are unable to reset the purple nexus.
Unable to reset.
Yes, it was destroyed when the demons attacked, and that's the main problem of the whole thing.
If you would be able to get back to it, would you be able to fix it?
Yes, but it's on the other side of a horde of demons.
Do you have any number that would simplify a word horde?
Please repeat that?
Have you got any number that would simplify the word horde?
they still spew out from the breach in our world, so we cannot count them.
Thousands? Hundreds of thousands?
At least hundreds of thousands.
Are they strong?
They, individually, don't seem to be particularly strong, except for a couple of them. However, they are unending.
What are they spewing out of?
They created a hole in Summoner's Rift, and they've taken the entire valley.
Can you destroy or patch the hole if you can get to it?
That would involve using our powers directly, and we are, as mentioned, reluctant to do so.
If I can get some of your champions close to the hole, what would you consider to do?
Well, we could channel our force through the champions in a more acceptable manner. However, you would have to find volunteers from among the champions who are willing to die for this, and most of them are less than moral people. They would not be willing to give themselves for such a cause.
Okay. If they die, and we will patch the hole and fix the nexus, could you revive them after that?
No, I'm afraid not.
Could you recreate them?
They wouldn't be the same. Have you ever met Oriana?
User joined your channel.
Heard of, never met.
They would be similar to her. Alright, while you consider that, I believe it is... Darn, I forgot. Or, was I going to roll a new character in?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Alright,
Oh,
everyone
sweet.
who is
Yes.
interested in taking the character slot that has just opened up, press X in chat. Okay, we have Cursed, Link Fan, and Walk No Longer. I'll roll a d4. It is CK 2020. You are
Yes.
up. CK 2020. You are in a closet. There is nothing in the closet.
God damn it, not the closet again.
Yes. There is
So
light
there's
coming in from around the edges of the door. What do you do?
So, there's nothing in the closet, you said?
Absolutely nothing.
So I'll peek out the door. I'll push the door a little bit out and peek out. What do I see?
There is a man sitting behind a desk with wide horn-rimmed glasses and a very sharp suit, writing with a large quill.
Ow. Hold on. Max, hold on. Stop talking. Loud
You can
noises.
mute him. Muting is a thing.
Is the thing, yes. Okay, well, I guess I'll walk out of the closet again and I'll step out of the closet and shut it behind me.
Okay. The man behind the desk makes no attempt to acknowledge your existence.
User joined your channel.
Okay, I'll walk over closer to him and see what he's writing down, I guess.
He is drawing a man standing before a robed assembly in what appears to be a medical operating theater.
Huh. I'll ask him what he's doing. What are you doing,
Keeping track,
sir? Keeping track of who? Of what?
This is Mr. Raven.
Mr. Raven, huh? Interesting. I've never seen a quill like that. Where did you get something
User
that
joined your
large?
channel.
I've always had it.
Huh. Well, then I'll look around the room. What else is in the room?
There are 3 doors. The door on your left is a door to
User left your channel.
a plain door with the knob on the left and hinges on the right. The door on your right is a stone door with a gem set in the middle of it with a large crack running down the middle. The door behind the desk, opposite the closet, is simply a black hole that you cannot see past.
Huh. Well,
User left your channel.
can you tell, sir, can you explain anything about these doors here? Or especially the one over there that just seems to be a hole?
That door, the one that seems to be a hole, I simply do not understand how it can exist. It shouldn't be there. The door on my right, points, is a door to Japan. I believe that the Japanese have just surrendered to the Americans. The door to my left, points, is a door to the world of Runeterra, which is experiencing a demonic incursion.
Huh, very interesting. Well, seeming as I have just come to existence and am still trying to capture everything that I'm around me, I think I'll take the unknown door.
Taking the unknown door.
So
Spot
I will...
Hydra, a man pops into existence beside you.
How dare he? Well, I defend myself first. Build up a shield.
A shield
User joined your
appears in
channel.
front of you.
Stop recording. Stop.
User left your channel.
What?
Oh, what's that?
He was telling us to stop recording.
Too bad.
Oh, so yeah, shield.
Yes, a shield appears in front of you.
Ah! I'm unarmed! I'm unarmed!
This is my territory.
I just walked through a door. I don't know where I am.
Well, you're in my territory, so head off another direction.
Whose territory is that?
Mine.
Who is mine? Never heard of you.
Well, you don't need to. Leave.
How high is this shield? Like, can I not see over?
This shield is a tower shield, rectangular, that completely blocks your vision of him.
I try to peek around the shield to see who I'm speaking to.
You see, Spot Hydra, please describe your physical appearance at this moment in real life.
5'9", black hair, Caucasian, green sweater, jeans.
That guy.
That guy. Okay, then I'll quickly stand my ground. What are my surroundings like?
You're in space.
But
there's no stars.
Okay. So it's just blackness?
Yes.
Do you have any idea where we are, sir?
My territory.
Your territory?
Yep.
Huh. So what about
sorry.
that space behind me? Is that your territory?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna walk in that direction, so you have a good day.
Alright, see you.
Get traction on as you walk, you just float.
I go to take a step, and I guess...
Yes.
So and then I guess I'll try to shimmy my way back to him. So we're stuck here, aren't we?
Well, you can float in a direction. Any direction you choose.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll float over toward... I guess I'll slowly float over towards him, and then I'll push myself off his shield to get, going further in one direction.
The shield is pushed towards Spot Hydra, and you are pushed away from it. And the shield bops Spot Hydra in the face. Gently.
See you later, kind sir!
Alright then. Well, I have parts of my mother on me, so I guess I'll drop those.
Okay, they float in space around you.
Alright.
They're orbiting you.
And with these god powers, I don't know. Maybe I'll spawn a lance and then chuck at him.
You spawn a lance. You attempt to throw it at him. So, just to clarify exactly how I do rolls in this universe, I assign both players a number, 1 or 4. If any player rolls a 1 in combat, the player assigned 4 instantly dies. If I roll a 4, the player assigned 1 instantly dies. 3 and 4, nothing happens.
Alright.
You're willing to accept those odds. 25% chance you die, 25% chance he dies, 50% chance absolutely nothing of an interest happens.
Yep.
Spot Hydra, you're dead. You impale yourself on your own lance.
Damn it.
Congratulations.
Wow, nice going, Buff.
Award
slot
for
is
being
now
the most
closed.
stupid.
Hey, last time I was here, I turned into corn, so thought time something good happened to me.
How do you impale yourself?
God
Not very
powers.
difficult.
Okay, but he has a god pass. Okay. Okay, by the way, Swadhara, if I were you, I would grant myself invincibility before I would do something stupid.
I got
PvP combat
distracted by
rolls
the other guy.
PvP combat rolls still have a 25% chance of insta-killing either party.
Oh man.
So I'm still floating off into space, and all I hear is someone scream behind me.
Yeah.
Well, you
Follow
can't
my-
say anything, you're in space.
Yes.
I assume he's alright.
He seemed like a nice sort, didn't he? Anyways, I guess it's Vikings' turn because we're down a player.
Okay. So, I'm in the room. People looking at me. Or are they still looking at me?
User
They're
left your
all
channel.
they're all discussing and trying to figure out how they're going to deal with this.
I'm asking... And I'm trying to get a hold of the situation, and I'm asking every possible attention they can give me.
Okay. They all pay attention to you, but they seem a little irked right now. What's this peasant doing here?
I tell them that I lie to them by telling in a calm and but strong voice that I'm a being of a higher universe than them, and trying to compare
They laugh uproariously at that.
I'm saying to them that I'm comparing the relationship between them and the champions.
They summon Nasus. Nasus is standing there beside you. He says, "You told them you were from a higher universe, didn't you?"
No, I will tell him by proving who he is. I can tell him that he's a very strong curator of the sands, and that he has a really great powers of creating
Life and death. Yes, I, they, and you know. We also all know that you have no idea what's going on, and you are not particularly high.
I say to him that you might be right, but at this point of urge, when everything is going down the drain, I think I might have a solution for you.
Nasus is going to cross his arms and lean back a little. You listening, dude?
I started by telling them about the demon horde is not gonna stop even for them. And how do I know this? I say that they were designed to destroy everything and not stopping before they do it. So I give them a suggestion of gathering all the champions and striking as fast as possible. Because if they won't do it, the champions will die anyway, and also will every person in this room, including myself. And I will say it to prove that I'm not joking, because I don't want to die.
Nasus says, "I will not die for this world. I will help in its conflicts, but I am not going to die for it."
You're gonna die anyway if you won't help. And it doesn't mean that you will die.
No, not necessarily. The summoners can choose to use their powers to contain this incursion and even force it back where it came from.
Do
All they
they?
need to do is realize that they should be doing it instead of throwing my life at the Horde.
Do they really, I said. And look at the person who was talking to me later, with a glance that means, why don't you say something about this?
He sort of shrugs and says, The reason we were using Summoner's Rift to begin with was because it was wasted land.
So I ask him, are these creatures nothing else than entertainment for you?
No. Are you speaking of the champions or the demons?
Champions.
The champions are a vital method by which we solve disputes among our kind. It is better to have 10 champions fight each other in the field of justice where no one is harmed, instead of having hundreds of thousands of soldiers dying over a patch of land.
I tell him that I understand the means, but it seems that your creation have been terrorized and is now working against you.
How do you see that?
Because if the demons who are going out of your created world, it means that something is wrong with your created world.
It only means that there was a contingency we did not foresee, and therefore did not plan for. We are entirely capable of containing them, and now that we are aware of their existence, annihilating them.
And how do you plan to do this?
Well, he looks at Nasus, and then turns to the assembly. I move that we use our powers in defiance of the ancient edict to contain the threat. Everyone's dead silent. And then they all raise their right hand. The man standing on the podium next to you raises his right hand, and energy shoots from all of their hands and collects above the man's right hand. He now is holding above his head a ball of energy that illuminates like a blue sun. And then he dissipates it with a shockwave and a flourish of his hand. There. Now we will see what has happened to our beloved rift. He takes you and Nasus up a stairway, and you'll find what you see next turn. It is CK 2020's turn.
Yes. God, I love your segues.
I'm guessing I'm still floating in space.
Yes.
Is there anything around me that is of any significance? Any lights?
Okay, the only light is coming from your own body. I told Spot Hydra this because he was totally lost. I rolled one property for this universe. God powers.
God powers? Huh. Am I aware of this, or...?
You are now.
I am now aware of this. Okay, I have God powers. Huh. I imagine a planet into existence.
There's a planet. It looks like it's about Earth-sized. It has a very dense atmosphere of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid. It is obscenely hot, though it is cooling rapidly because it doesn't have anything to continue pumping heat into it.
Huh. Well, then I'll bring into existence a sun, a Earth's distance away.
Earth's distance away.
From the sun, yes.
The planet is still cooling, but the rate of cooling has slowed.
I'm assuming since I have God powers, I could survive going down onto this planet.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess I'll descend onto the planet. Well, I'll descend into the planet's atmosphere, I guess.
You can't see anything with conventional vision because of the blinding clouds of dust and sulfuric acid.
Well, then I will clear out the clouds and sulfuric acid.
The clouds of sulfuric acid dissipate by going into liquid form on the ground. There's now oceans of sulfuric acid on the ground, and it is absolutely clear. You see a blasted orange landscape of molten lava and rusted iron in semi-molten state.
Rusted iron and Well, great. I'm about to have to go the 7 days treatment on this thing.
User joined your channel.
Hello?
Hey, Demon.
So, I'll cool the lava on the surface and and so I'll cool all the lava on the surface of the planet, so it becomes a solid landmass.
Okay.
I can see Joe's enjoying the PS4 finally.
I'm sorry, Jack Demon. We are doing random RP and recording, so could you please keep on topic?
Okay.
So, we have managed to make the planet into a relatively solid area. The sulfuric acid is cool enough to the point where it's starting to freeze over a little bit.
Okay, so the temperature is still... You said the atmosphere is dense, but it's still cooling rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
What's the topic?
The topic is random RP. Chatting down there is... in the text chat is for the non-random RP stuff at the moment.
Okay.
We'll make a channel for this soon enough.
Okay, well...
User disconnected from your channel.
Seeing as, I'll transform the sulfuric acid into water.
The water
User left your channel.
begins to steam lightly, but it persists.
Persists. Okay, that's good. Okay, then I'll spawn. I'll just start with this. I'll create a in the immediate area around me, to about 100 square miles outward on the land. I'll create a forest, just as a nice little test area.
Deciduous, coniferous jungle?
Yes, that'll work.
No, that was 3 options.
See, look what you're doing to me. Let's go coniferous.
You make a pine forest. The pine forest begins to wither in the extreme heat. Like, before your eyes, the needles are drying out and shriveling up. And eventually the entire thing lights on fire.
User joined your channel.
Alright, put the fire out.
You put the fire out. It's a black landscape of twisted trees.
Okay, I removed the ugly burnt trees from my sights.
Control Alt Delete. In process trees.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll sit. I guess I'll stay on my barren planet for right now and ponder my next thoughts.
Okay, you are pondering. I'm assuming that goes up to Viking's turn.
Yep.
Is it?
So, Viking.
Oh.
You emerge onto a balcony that is overlooking the Summoner's Rift. It is exactly as it is, however, all the bushes have shrunk by about 50%.
Get smaller, you mean?
Yes, all the bushes are smaller. And the lead summoner is just like, not shaking his head like, well, I guess that's how season changes are done.
Is that all?
Yep. Now we can begin the next season of ranked play.
I laugh in a comical way after what I ask, what did you just do?
Well, I killed all the demons and fixed the hole. That's about it.
Congratulations. Now what do I do?
Well, I was kind of hoping that you would deal with this for me, so I didn't have to actually do anything. But, whatever. Come on, Nasus, wanna play cards? Sure. 9-hole golf. Yeah, I love that game. Do they just walk off together?
I walk with them and get out of the door in which I came from, and out of the door with a jam to the man who was writing the quill. With a quill.
So, there's a little clarification of the rules. The door that you enter by usually disappears. However, if you try to go into it again, I roll a 20-sided die. And if it rolls a 1, I have a die that's got 20 sides on it. And if a 1 comes up, the door persists. I rolled a 1, the door is persisting.
It doesn't open.
It is still there for you to go through. However, It is in a hallway full of uncounted doors just like it.
So where am I now?
You're in the hallway with all the doors, with blue crystals in the middle of them.
Can I find the door in which I came to the room before I did all the things with Nessus?
Yeah, you can find the door back out to the to auditorium.
Not to the auditorium. Well, to the man with a quill.
The door that is that direction is completely unmarked in any way. You cannot distinguish it from all the other doors.
Okay, I go back to the man with who's playing cards with Nasus by now.
Yes, he's playing cards. Nasus is winning.
I look at Nasus and smile, and then I turn to the man and ask, "Is there anything I can do?"
Nope. He flips another card and says, "I'm out." Nasus flips his last card and says, "I win." Darn it!
So, I was talking to you about my journey not far from now, and I would like to know what if you could give me a right path to the end of my journey, what would it be?
Death.
Why so?
Well, death is the traditional way journeys end. Unless you're
I
going
don't
with
want
New
to
Age.
know the end of my journey. I want to know a proper way to continue my journey.
Well, there's sword, poison, rope.
No, I don't want. I don't want to die yet. At least not now.
Well, you didn't ask me a different question. I was answering
User
your question
joined your
fully and
channel.
completely.
Hello?
Okay, sorry. I don't let him finish about telling the different means for me to die. And I ask him, what can I do that doesn't involve me getting killed?
I don't know. You can play cards.
I don't know how to play those cards, I say to him.
Well, here's how it usually works. I flip over cards and then Nasus wins. Nasus bursts out laughing.
I laugh with him. And I say, what do you do when you're not playing cards?
Sometimes I control a champion on the field of justice.
User left
That's
your
fun.
channel.
Can I... And when is the next time you will do that?
Oh, you know, check his watch. Downtime scheduled to be over in about 15 minutes.
Okay, I said to him. Is it any way that I can participate, or at least have any possible way to join you?
Nope.
Why not?
Because you're not a magic person. You have no magical talent whatsoever. You are completely, as we say, inert.
What's my point in this universe then? Why didn't you tell me you're a magic person if you're so magical and you have the magical talent?
Renegade, you said in the comments that's harsh. I rolled for
User
it.
left your
He rolled a 1 on a 1d20. So yeah.
What does it mean?
So, you have no magical capability. You are here because you
User
picked the
joined your
door to go
channel.
through. You can try random doors down that hall.
But does it mean some champion is gonna kill me?
Maybe.
Which doors should I... Okay, could you guide me to the right door?
They are all indistinguishable. You remember your door was about halfway down and on the left.
Is it possible that you use some magical talent that I don't have?
I said it was Pantheon's door. So...
Could you guide me to that Pantheon's door?
I've never actually been in that hallway.
Why do you use your magical talent? Okay, who created the hallway? I stopped myself.
That would be the League of Draven Lol Lol 42.
Can he guide me to the right door?
Sure. Hey, Draven. Welcome to the League of... Yeah, shut up. That's nice. Here, you help him. Yo, man. What's up?
I look at him with a scarce disgrace on my face and ask him to guide me to the Pantheon's door.
Dude, you so don't want to be in that poser's room. You need to meet my man Draven.
What?
Draven, man! The glorious executioner! He's like...
Yes, I don't want to be in the executioner's room, thank you very much. I want to live.
A rock star and an awesome warrior dude all at the same time.
Congratulations. Is there anything you would like me to do whilst I spend the rest of my life here?
Dude, I need to tell you about Draven. He's totally awesome.
Okay, here's the deal. I will promise to get you some form of drug, whatever you want, if you will get me out of this universe and back to the man with the quill of which I came from. Don't ask me where he is, just use your magical talent that you all here have except me.
He's just stares at you as you say this. As you speak, his eyes glaze over and cross. He's drooling a little. And the head of the league is like, yeah, I'm really not sure how he passed examinations.
So now I say to one thing. He gets a magical talent. He can be in the league, and me, the only sane person here who doesn't play cards with the giant, powerful being that kills for fun, and I won't be in the league.
NASA says, yes.
Okay, then I ask to Nasus and tell him that he's the most sane person I met here so far, and ask him what the hell does he want me to do, if there's anything I can do for him.
Well, you could kill Renekton, that'd be helpful.
I'm not a good fighter, and if you could give me one of your magical powers, if there's possible.
He looks at you, then he smiles. I'll give you a magical power. He casts Wither on you.
Motherfucker. Okay. So, what's now?
You aged 20 years.
Does it count my real age, or is it something kind of
So
much?
what's your real age right now?
16.
16, so you are now 36 years old.
Well, I smile at him and say, well, at least I'm a bit smarter. Or wiser.
User joined your channel.
And yet you still have no magical talent.
Thank you. I return to the man who was playing cards with Nessus and ask him this question, and I ask him intimidately because I want my answer. Not in a rude way, in a polite way. Of every human and being and creature in this universe, who do you think could help me?
He ponders for a minute, ignoring your attitude. I am now assembling a chart where all of the champions are assembled. One of them is going to be tasked to help you.
And who would that be?
Alright, this chart is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 long. So that is 7 times
User
17,
joined your channel.
Hello.
which is 70 plus... Math on the internet's hard.
You do not have the
70
calculator.
plus 35, which is 105. 105-sided die.
Yes.
You get
User
60.
disconnected
I'm
from
going
your
to now
channel.
count out and figure
Okay,
out...
take your time.
Yes.
Hurry up, Shiny. I don't want to get too old.
56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Landed right on Nami. Nami is summoned to help you. She's looking around, kind of bewildered, like, wait.
Oh,
You
really?
almost had that fish. Why did you pull me away? You're gonna help this guy. This guy, who is he? Never seen him before. He is Raven, and he is totally lost. She just waves, says, "Hi, Raven."
I wave back, smiling, saying
You
that...
waved at Nami.
Anyway. So, now I tell him that... Politely ask her to... I explain her my situation, and I ask
User
her
joined your
politely
channel.
to help me, if there's just a way to help me.
Well, she's pondering. She's swimming off down a hall. Are you following her?
How long is the hole?
It's the hall you entered the room where they were playing cards in.
So, it's long?
No, it's a different hall. She's heading towards the amphitheater.
I follow her.
You're going to follow her.
Well, if she's open... Okay, if she opens the
She's
door...
going through the amphitheater.
I follow her and quick my pace to get to her as fast as possible.
She's still just sort of drifting. She goes to the door behind the podium and opens it. She's drifting down the hall. And then she stops at a door. She says, "I think this is the one."
Are you sure?
No.
Sorry, I just got older for 20 years, and the last thing I want is getting killed, or even getting older.
Well, I'm pretty sure that this is the door.
Why don't you check it out?
Why don't you check it out?
Because I'm not a champion who can raise water or kill people.
Good point. She opens the door, and seawater floods out of it. She quickly closes the door and says, "Oops, that was my door."
I look at her in a very, how to say, disappointed look.
Okay, Nami is sad now. CK2020, what are you doing on your prototype world?
Oh god.
Things are not going good for me.
No, poor thing. I'm by the way, since they have god powers, can I sense other realms and happen to, sense him in pain or something? Like him having a terrible time?
All you can sense are the borders of this universe.
Okay, so limited to that. Okay.
Which hang in your mind like curtains that you're acutely aware of.
The borders of my universe are like curtains in my... Well, I'm gonna keep messing around with this world, see if I can actually build a planet. Okay. I'm going to attempt the same 100-mile radius forest, except this time it's going to be deciduous.
The trees...
User left your channel.
...instantly become crispy, because it's still over the boiling point of water. And they light on fire.
Damn trees, Control-Delete. In process trees.
The trees are gone now.
Stupid you know what? I get rid of the planet.
You just delete planet.
Ugh.
Delete
sun
system
still,
42, planet gone.
Is that sun still over there?
Yeah, there's a sun over there.
Okay, well I'm going to make it bigger.
You're going to make the sun bigger.
Yes, make it
As
bigger.
you make it bigger, it gets redder.
Okay, now we're going to collapse it down to a super small point.
You make a black hole.
And now I leave. Fuck everything in this
Yes.
non-existing universe.
I'm actually rolling for gravitational influence on you because you just made the one thing that can kill a god.
Let's get sucked into a black hole. Never happened before.
You roll the 2.
OP'd.
You've managed to escape.
Ah. I saw. Oh, okay, since I get I'm outside of gravitation. I'm able to escape with gravitational pull.
Yes, you're away from the black hole.
I bring Hydra back to life and throw him into the black hole.
Who?
Hydra, spotted Hydra, the guy that killed himself, or the guy that was here.
You make a body of Hydra. It doesn't have a soul or anything or intelligence, and it just drifts off of the black hole.
Huh. Interesting. So, now that I'm aware of these so-called curtains, you call the edge of my universe, I guess I'll try to seek out, well, it's the edge of the universe.
You smack your face against an edge.
Ah! Fuck! Can it, I put my hand up against the edge. Is it, like, solid?
Well, since it's just your hand going through the edge, your hand goes through, but it starts to unravel on the other side.
Or quickly pull my hand back through.
It rematerializes around into a hand shape.
Well, so I can't go past this wall. Great. I could turn the black
The
hole
guys in
into
the
a
chat
bunny,
are
but
pointing out that a god-powered person could delete a black hole. However, if the black hole is just suddenly starting to suck him in, he could be taken by surprise and annihilated. That's
Yeah.
what I was rolling for. So yes, you can totally kill the black hole if you wanted to.
yeah, that's easy. Okay, well, assuming as
All
the
universes
edge...
are destroyed. It's lunchtime. Yep, I'm sorry, game over.
Okay, no big deal. I was gonna say Big Bang. I was like, well, I'll just cause the Big Bang to happen and let that work.
So yes, everyone's dead. This is a suitable end of this game.
I'm not
Seriously.
I'm just in the middle of nowhere.
Are you seriously?
Let me explain something a bit about black holes because my OC is a god. A god can have the ability to move through dimensions to avoid the gravitational pull of a black hole. But
That doesn't.
if
He's
such god,
trapped in this dimension. I just told him that.
I know. I'm just explaining. But if such god does not have the ability to move through dimensions, he can manipulate the substance and mass of the space around him and of the black hole to challenge the gravitational pull and get himself out of there.
This all I understand, but I'm leaving it to the DM's decision.
The black hole could have killed him if I rolled poorly.
So he's dead, or does it end here or what?
Yeah,
So,
we're ending here for the day.
I'm 20 years older, and I almost got killed by a tidal wave from Nami, and okay, I don't know even how to say this, but I think I'm in the most fucked up position I ever was. Like seriously.
And like
Recording
renegades
end.
and like